It's like I never even left. How's it going, guys? Hope you guys are all doing well. Today is more Digimon Survive. On the last stream, we finished up the Wrathful route, at least of this game. We finished up the Wrathful route, where we saw a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. Felt really bad once you felt the characters involved. But now, we're getting to the final route, the Moral route. So, it's funny actually, after I finished the Wrathful route, I actually got pretty, I got things done pretty quickly when it came to like getting to the Rat Split again. You'll see here. That's a hi, Sigan. Hope you're doing good, dude. Everyone else coming in. Gotta be true to my friends, of course. But yeah, so here's the progress for like this one. Yeah, so Kaito's 43, Aoi 44, Minoru 33, Shuji 43, doesn't matter because these two are dead. Saki 41, Miyu 44. I got Miyu as the highest one because I was going for a specific item. Let's see if you could find it here. Yeah, I got the Celestial Blade as I think. Oh yeah, I gotta go over that at some point. So I think the Celestial Blade, actually, that one came from. There's a couple things to go over here. That one actually came from the Tale of the Murals, chapter 4 and 5, which I forgot to, I think, go over on stream, so I can maybe try and go through those at some point. But I did get these two at one point, so that's what gave me that like light blade attack. I also got where was it? It's on somebody here, I think. See if we can't find it, because I know I got another new like tool to work with. Maybe not. Go over the commands here. I know I got from having Miyu as the highest character at one point. Yeah, I got this right here. Ocean Wave. Deals water damage, low chance of freezing targets. It's basically like a big wave attack. So I have access to this now. I'll figure out when I want to use it, but I basically have like a wave attack, kind of like how it's on Agumon here. Also has Celestial Blade, which is also a wave attack. It just goes a lot farther. But yeah, this is basically like sort of the, I guess you could say, catch up of like what's going on in this playthrough. I guess also an important thing is Takuma. He's got 58 moral points with 5 Wrathful and 23 Harmony. Kind of just like was messing around with those, honestly, but I mostly stuck with like moral options as that's kind of what we needed for this route. It's like the one route we've not done yet. Otherwise, you can see here, basically got most everything. Like, there's like 2 memories from this route I'm gonna have to get through at some point. Skill and equipment item that I'm missing from like somewhere. Looks like a better restoring. Enhancement equipping items, which I guess those will come from like somewhere with all these. 1 key item and 1 monster left to go. It's pretty like good progress made. I never go back at the bad ending now. I have to be true to my friends. Let me actually, before I forget, just in case I have to ever come back to this, I'm gonna save it over save 5. Probably I'll take between like saves 2 and 3. So long I've been playing through this game, but you know, despite how long of a playthrough it's been, it's getting closer and closer to being done, thankfully. I didn't say I wasn't enjoying it, of course, just more so I'm ready to move on from this game, you know? Can't leave my friends who fought by my side stuck in that other world. Not while I'm here safe and sound. I just want to be right. But yeah, it's very much a playthrough I'm like ready to like... I remember too, the funny thing actually was that I wasn't like planning on originally showing off like the other routes, but at the same time people were like, no, actually we would want to see those. I'm like, okay, so you know, I was like down to like do the other routes, obviously, and I'm glad to like, you know, be here and doing it now. And like based off of like how the other routes went, I feel like this shouldn't be so bad. Let's defeat the master. Yeah, it was funny though. I was actually thinking about like before the stream started. I think I mentioned at one point wanting to like maybe go through like one of the like anime series. Never ended up doing that at all. Funny how that works out, huh? I'll fight at your side, Takuma. Yeah.
僕が全力でみゆきを手伝うよ。
What a nice kid Miyuki is. I turned down volume like a tiny bit. Yeah, I'll like turn down like there. Should be fine. I genuinely can't remember how long ago the stream series started. Here, let me check my my under stream thing. I know that'll tell me. Yeah, my games beaten thing. According to this, I started Digimon Survive. Yeah, so this one, apparently this started back in like July of last year. Yeah, so like I see July 11th to August 25th was the first run, so that was the Harmony route. My second run, the New Game Plus route, which was the Truthful route, that was, from what I see here, November 6th to December 1st. Which, I mean, that was basically like a full game playthrough, aside from skipping the first few chapters, starting at Chapter 3, basically. And then I see... I guess I didn't mark it... I mean, I guess I didn't mark it down in here because of, like, the fact that they're, like, kind of considered bonus streams, but, I've also, at this point, done, like... It's like, I did a Wrathful a couple months back. I can double-check when I did it. Hang on, let me see here. Looks like I did it about... April 3rd was when I finished it, looks like. Yeah, so okay, so I went back to, like, this game back in, like, March, so... From Truthful ending about in December to getting back to it in March and then now in May. So it's been kind of like a few months of breaks in between, like, each, I guess, like, route. Not to mention have, like, other games I wanted to like, do in the middle of them all. Phone call. It's funny, the whole time we've been back, I forgot I had my cell phone. Not the best time for a call, though. I'll probably, like... I'll probably end up, like, pressing, like, the button to, like, advance the dialogue a bit at different points, just because I've already... I think this is basically, like, my 4th time seeing it. So I'm just like, you know, I kind of want to, like, get to the newer stuff, you know? It's been a good back burner game to slice into the schedule with other games, for sure, yeah, which I do appreciate that part about it. Though I also want to have, like, some other, like... I guess that part of me wants to have, like, some, like, other, like, side games to that, because here's the thing, right? Doing one game at a time, you definitely do get through stuff faster. But I also want to have those games that are like, oh yeah, this is a game that will take me, like, you know, like... just a few streams to do, and, like, they're good as, like, as backup things. I guess the idea of having, like, one long game and one short game at a time, but sometimes I have, like, 2 short games at a time, like how I have, right now I have this and DKC Tropical Freeze, which... I mean, granted, I expect this to take, like, 2 or 3 streams, based off how, like, Wrathful went, because that was, like, a 3 stream. But we'll see. And I'm not over here looking at it as just of a, oh, I only take this long to do it. It's more so just a, you know, however long it takes, What I need to do, honestly, is have a poll again to be like, hey, what do you guys want to see most, you know? Because, like, I've had, like, here's the thing. I have all those Throne games I need to do. I had the thought just now of an idea of, like, Throne Thursdays or Throne Tuesdays, where I just, like, go through, like, my Throne games on, like, Tuesdays. But the problem with doing that is, like, that would take so long to go through, you know? I'd have to make those streams kind of long to, like, kind of make up for that, because that'd be games like... Well, that would have to be the shorter ones, like DKC or, like, Crash or something. Because I cannot do something like, let's say... Like, when I did, okay, maybe not the greatest example, because it's not that long of an RPG, but when I did Trials of Mana, right? I kind of just made that one as, like, my main thing. So that's why I wanted to just, like, think of this idea of having a dedicated day for those kind of, like, shorter games. At the same time, though, my schedule is so varied that, like, I can't really fully expect, like, a single day to be a guarantee, you know? At the least, like, my main, like, consistency lately has been, like, Thursdays, because I'll do, like, Clock Towered Mayos, which I'll be doing that again tomorrow. And, like, I guess, like, my Fridays lately have also been, like, friend days of just, like, oh, that's part of the day I end up spending time with, like, some friends, like, doing other stuff. Like, we're finishing up The Hobbit this weekend, because we've already watched the first 2 Hobbits, so I'll be watching the 3rd one this Friday. Then we get to Lord of the Rings afterwards, hooray! Art stream when JK. Unless.
たくまさん
It's so funny because, like,
ありがとう
I feel so bad about it still. I still have that fucking tablets that I just have not fucking messed with. I feel really bad about it, honestly. It's just kind of like getting the drive to actually like mess with it. I don't know why. It's like still in stamp packaging and everything. Like I said, I do feel bad about it because like that was a throne game and everything back then. I don't know. I just need to like, really the first thing I need to do is just take that damn thing out of its. It's still the damn Amazon packaging. That's how bad it is, honestly. Saving the world's not gonna be easy. Head pats. I appreciate the head pat. Logamon's hand in mine, firmly drawing me forward. I took the first step. And with the Morba, it should be a new cutscene here, because in Wrathful it was with Saki, and then with Harmony it was with Miyu and Kaito. She has returned. The maiden steps once more into this world. Yeah. Say your usual, master. Alright, here we go. Chapter 9, Moral. What's gonna be the new stuff this time? Okay, what's going on here? Oh! Okay, I see what this route's gonna focus on now then. Yeah, it's on Akiharu. Interesting. Okay, so this is gonna focus more on the professor. Okay. Oh, that would make sense. Okay.
よしよし、もう安心だからな。姉ちゃんとはぐれたのか。
お願い、お姉ちゃんを助けて。
助けてってなしてだ。もしかして獣にでも襲われたんか。
違うよ。あいつらは霧のようなやつで。
Yeah, because he's young, they're just gonna think he's like being a weird kid.
変なところに落ちて。だから、とにかくお姉ちゃんが危ないんだ。
変なところ？バカ、本気にするな。極限状態で幻覚でも見たんだろう。
I can't tell. For a moment, it looked like whenever he like moved his hand, it looked like his arm was in front of like the person on the left there, like in front of like their collar. But that's not really a big deal. Old farmer.
どうして信じてくれないの？
It's probably just a matter of like perspective and putting like the character model in front of the background, but making it look like it's like inside of the background, based off like framing. Look for the sister. Poor Akiharu had to grow up without ever finding his sister.
なんで誰も信じてくれないの？やっぱりあの時お姉ちゃんと一緒に逃げればよかった。お姉ちゃん。
See, these are always the parts I'm like more interested in, honestly. Just the like the new parts. There he is, right there, Akiharu.
教授？
ああ、私は
意識がないっていうか、心ここにあらずって感じだったけど、大丈夫？
ああ、問題ない。ありがとう。
ミユ、何やってるんだ。早く逃げるぞ。
分かってるって。そんなにせかさないで。
Okay, was the professor spacing out in like a moment like this?
教授はどうだ。動けそうか。
Unless, because this was the factory. Is this like right after we got absorbed? When is this?
カイト君の爪の赤を煎じて飲んだ方がいいのかな。
That's Kaito boy.
あっちいからやめた方がいいよそれ。教授にまでお兄ちゃんのおせっかいウイルスが移ったらたまったもんじゃないもの。普段はうざいだけだけどこういう時は本当に頼りになるんだよね。
Yeah, be nice to your brother.
こういう時だけだけど。
ミユ、聞こえているぞ。
You trust him, despite the rough language. In comparison, I'm just...
くそ。
教授。
ああ、いや、驚かせてすまない。
ま、悪態つけるだけの元気があるなら大丈夫そうだな。みんな大丈夫か？そろそろ。よし、このまま一気に地下道まで行く。遅れるなよ。
Okay.
ああ、行こう。
My sister, I...
タクマ起きてよタクマ。ねえタク。
Wake up, Takuma.
アグモン。
僕たちの世界みたい。
そうか。それでみゆきは？
みゆき？見てないよ。
Yeah, no Miki around anywhere. Just fog. Deafening
霧が濃い
fog.
と何もわからないな。
タクマ早くここから離れよう。さっきか。
ああ。
Let's see. Something in the grass, something new.
ああ。
So it's very interesting, honestly. So this is kind of a complaint I do have with Digimon Survives, which I do enjoy this game.
もちろん
I find that, like,
何が出てきても戦うぞ。
when you go for the other routes, right? Like, something I've really noticed is that everything that's not like, it's like you get your first route, right? And on your second playthrough, you'll probably end up doing like the, like what is like the new game plus exclusive ending, right? With Truthful.
誰
And
かいる
then
のか？
the issue kind of becomes the fact that, like, every route that's not truthful
誰かいる気がしたんだ
is
けどな。
so, like, similar
祈れ。
after, like, the route split. Because I guess that was the idea. Because this game, here's the thing with, like, with Digimon Survive, right?
タクマ？
I know this game actually had a lot of,
もう二度と
like,
会えないと思ってたぜ。
development hell. So it's like, it's not
ちょっとぐらい
surprising
我慢しろよ。
that, like,
感動。どうしたミノル？
there's some aspects about the game
タクマと言っ
that
たか？
are not as, like, I guess, like, varied or polished as they could be.
ハグモ？それにタクマも。
But I don't think it's really, like, a bad thing by any means. Because I get it, right? Like, they want the playthrough to be kind of,
よ
like,
かった。
almost, like,
本当によかった。
streamlined.
大げさだな。ところ
In
で
a way. Like, I guess they want to be streamlined in a way. To where, like,
ああ、無事だ。
I don't know.
安心してくれ。
Because if you think about it, right? If this game had, like, a bit less development hell, a little bit more time, like, in the oven, I guess you could say.
葵さんやカイト、ミユとサキ、教授。もちろん、
I don't
ラブ
know.
ラモンやドラクモンたちも無事だ。
I feel like there's, like, more that could have obviously been
みゆきは？
done here.
ああ、
Which is
そう。
fine. It's not, like,
みゆき
a
は
big deal for it not to have, like, been done.
もしかして会ってないのか？おお。みゆきの姿は見てないけど。
I haven't seen her at all.
そっか。じゃあその話は後でってことで、ともかく一度みんなと合流しようぜ。タクマが生きていたって知ったらみんなすっげえ喜ぶからさ。わかった。行こう。
帰ってきた。
Oh, there, run them on.
たくまくん、本当にたくま
From
くんなの？
interview, Survival Plan is an indie-themed game with a small budget. Small team is one of the many in-between games with a still unreleased story game. Ah, that would make sense. Also, hope you're doing good there, Frozen Kappa. Yeah, I guess that would make more sense, like, because I guess you can kind of tell, like, with the whole, like, it probably was meant to be a bit of a smaller budget here, and then maybe that's, like, kind of as a result of that. Because it kind of makes me wonder, like, as they had developer delays, developer change, engine change, throw away 2 years of work, everything with COVID. Yeah, like, there was a lot that was really just going against this game, which really is a shame, because there's still, like, a good game here. I think it's just kind of, like, better on a, like... It's, like, a great first playthrough. It's a great, like, second playthrough. Like, well, the second playthrough is not as good, but that's only because there's a lot of, like, repeat plot beats, but, like, with new stuff. It's more so just, like... It's there as a... Oh, you know, that's cool to see, like, how this changes, or how this changes when, like, when you have, like, Ryo and Shuji. Since they're, like, the big, like, changes of the New Game Plus. I guess in a weird way, it makes me wonder, like, if they had only ever done, like, the 2 routes option, right? Like, just, like, a normal playthrough, and then, like, a New Game Plus ending, if that would have changed things a little bit.
心配かけたみたいだね。みたいだね。じゃねえよ。
You've been hiding this whole time. But, like, this isn't, like, meant to be, like, a complaint about the game by any means. I think it's more so just, like, criticism I have, because, like, I feel like criticism and complaints are a very fine line. But the criticism I do have of this game, I feel, despite all of that, we're still having, like, a really good game. And it's so funny, too, because I remember, like, this game was marketed as, like, a visual novel, as well as a strategy RPG. But I also remember, like, there was a lot of, like, I think news outlets that kind of focused more so on the fact that it was a strategy RPG than a visual novel. Because, unfortunately, when this game came out, I think people wanted, like, more so the strategy RPG that was kind of, like, marketed towards them more, rather than the visual novel. And I think people were like, oh, there's, like, way too much reading. It's like, yes, because it's a visual novel. And I don't know, maybe maybe that's the issue, that people more so wanted the strategy RPG first, but, like... Because I guess the game series, the Digimon series, I don't think it's ever really had a strategy RPG. It's had plenty of, like, RPGs, but, like... I don't think they've ever actually gone into the realm of, like, strategy RPG. Also, yeah, this game also came out, like, a week before Xenoblade 3 did, which also did not help. Digimon games have basically always been a smaller scope, except Cyber Sleuth, which was specifically targeting the adult Digimon fans. And, yeah, like, you could really see about Cyber Sleuth, like... With kind of, like, the... Cyber Sleuth is definitely some, like... Something's interesting, right? Cyber Sleuth definitely has some of the more, like, mature themes to the game. And I guess you could also say mature designs, in that, like... Cyber Sleuth is kind of horny at times, like, let's be real. Like, Cyber Sleuth is kind of horny at times. It was a week after Live Alive Switch release? Man, fucking Live Alive and Xenoblade 3 were, like, that close to each other, and Digimon was in the middle of that? Fuck. Live Alive's... man, speaking of Live Alive, that's also a game I've, like, kind of, like, itching for a replay through, probably on my own time, but, like, man, that's just a really good game. Yeah, that's very much a too many good game situation, because this game was, like, what? Was it 2021, I think? What did it fit in 20... No, it's 2022. Yeah, no, that... Oh, God, because wasn't 2022, like, the really good year for video games recently? Or was that last year? I forget which one it was that people would say was, like, the, like, really crazy year. Maybe last year because of Tears of the Kingdom and, like, a bunch of other games. Like, Habu the Era's Digimon Game Director was part of the reason the whole Digimon franchise started targeting adult fans like Adventure PSP and into the Adventure movies. Yeah, because I know there's, like, movies that are like, hey, like, here's, like, Tai and, like, all those guys who are, like, now more grown up. And it's kind of... In a way, I guess you could compare it to, like, Toy Story 3 of how, like... they grew up with the audience, so they want to tell like a bit of a more mature
常
story.
世と写し世では時の流れが違う。
Time flows differently.
そんなことってあるんだ。時間の流れ
I am paying
が
attention to the
違う
dialogue here as a heads up. I'm just kind of
私
like,
こっちで10日過ごして
even
る
if I wasn't, I've also seen this dialogue so many times.
私たちの世界よりゆっくり時間
After a while, it gets
過ぎ
kind
る
of ingrained in you.
へー
Though I will say, if there's anything about this game I'm actually kind of sick of now, it's actually the main theme. I'm so tired of the main theme now because of all the times I have to hear it, like when starting the game up,
さっき
as well as like any remix of this game. It's just the main theme, and let's also keep in mind another fun thing here. Should have about 180 hours in this game, so you know that kind of explains a few things.
平気だよフローラも私は平気
Granted, I think a good like 30 of those hours were probably spent off stream, either from like grinding for like the Digimon or like
そうよね
playing the game to get back to the route splits in different cases. And also, I think there was that initial like playthrough I was doing on my own time that I never finished. I think that was like a good like 10 or 15 hours. I don't remember actually how long that one initial playthrough actually was, but I remember
違いない。
that like first playthrough. I never really got past chapter 3. Like I think I finished chapter 2, but that was about like the most I did of it.
そんなに悪いんですか
Which is so funny to think back on now.
霧がどんどん濃くなってきているのよいずれ
Box thicker
こ
by
の
the
校舎に飲み
day.
込まれちゃうそれだけは間違いないねえねえ一つ気になるんだけどさ元の世界に戻れたならどうしてもう一度
元の世界でピエモンが暴れていたの。
あの野郎帰っ
もう
That jerk is
こ
still
の世界
screwing
だ
around.
けの話じゃ
Mm-hmm.
なくなっているってことね
このままじゃ元の世界も危ない。霧に包まれたこっちの世界が元の世界に悪影響を及ぼしてしまう。だから僕は戻ってきたんだ。みんなを助けるために世界を救うなんてできるかわからないけど、それでも知ってしまった以上見て見ぬふりはやっぱり僕にはできない。たくま、お前ってやつは。
たくまくんさすがたくまかっこいいね
で、勢いだけで戻ってきたってわけか。
お兄ちゃん
違う、算段はあった。あ、でも重要な鍵を握っているみゆきとはぐれてしまって。
The key to it all.
みゆきだと。
Like the key. A key scene in every little instance. I mean, hell, I think about like the key of
みゆ
like...
きさんが鍵を握っているって
Oh, I mean, like, I don't know. The key makes me think about like the Keyblade, because I remember I saw a video recently about how it's, I think like the, because like this year I think should be like the 3-year anniversary of what was it? It's the 3-year anniversary of Sora being in Smash Brothers.
みゆきはもうダメだろ。
Which man, that video was still like crazy to me. I just love that video.
期待しない
Just
方が。
getting to see Sora just getting like revealed for the game is just so good.
そんな簡単に言わないで仲間じゃんもっと詳しい話を聞かないと
みゆは黙ってろ。俺はお前のためを思って。
Says for your sake,
はい
uh-huh.
はいそこまでよたくまくんなぜみゆきちゃんが重要な鍵になるのか教えてちょうだい
どう説明すればいいか。
Maybe just talk about how the worlds are connected first, then about Miyuki's song. Wait, Can't explain her power if I don't talk about the Minase family first. Makes me wish I still played Smash more consistently, but man, was it good to see Sword debut in Smash. Like, I definitely don't play, like, Smash as much as I used to, even though I do still, like, do stuff for it. Like, say, I help out with, like, the Smash Pit, for instance, and, like, I know I should be doing that at the Casuals tournament stream this Saturday. And next Saturday, I know, is also, like, our, finals, which will be hosted on John's channel. And I believe I should be streaming the side feed of that. I think that's what I was told, so I think I should be doing that. Provided that nothing comes up, but I should be doing the side feed.
超能力みたいな
ESP or something.
僕にもよくわからないんだけど、もともと巫女の家系で神様に仕えるとか、その力でこの世界と
I know for sure though that I'm excited for it. It's gonna be a good time.
実際僕はそのゲートでここに戻ってきた。
Because honestly, like, I don't know, just watching like how everyone like is just really good at the game, like with like the Smash bits, just like real fun, like genuinely. And our tournament for this Saturday as well, we're doing like a swordplay theme, so like, basically it's gonna be like a sword characters, so that's exciting. So it's funny as well, by the way, like, I know part of you considered like taking the night off tonight, but I was like, you know what, no, because if I do, I'm gonna regret it. I don't know, dude, just been kind of tired lately. Maybe just like a weird schedule. I don't know. Maybe I just need like some kind of like difference in my schedule. But that's not like a bad thing, I'd say, to have like... I guess it's like the desire of like wanting like something like kind of new going on, and maybe that's what I'm feeling. I should go get into a new hobby. Maybe I'll go fishing now. No, I don't think I think I went fishing like once, like a long time ago, but I don't think I've ever been pretty... I don't think I was actually really good at it. Granted, it was also the first time I ever did it. So of course you're not gonna like be good at something on your first try. And if you are, then like there's like I guess like a weird like sort of natural destiny thing going on. But fishing was definitely not that for me.
どうしてわからないんだミュウ。
わからないのはお兄ちゃんの方でしょ。
おいカイト、冷静になれって。ミウもちょっと落ち着いて。
はいはい、そこまで。みんなちょっと休憩にしない？
Everyone take a break.
たくまくんも戻ってきたし、お昼ご飯はちょっと豪華にするからね。じゃあ私手伝う。私も手伝うわ。しょうがないわね。さきが手伝うなら私もやるわ。ありがとう。お願いね。それじゃあ準備ができるまでおとなしく待っててね。
Professor think. Something wrong with the professor? Why he do that? Why he thinking?
Sate, どうしよう。
葵のご飯ができるまで待つんじゃないのか？
Guess not, Agumon. Guess not.
でもその前に話を聞かないとさ。
話って教授？
よくわかったね。
葵たちと話してるとき、教授がたくまのことじっと見てたり、そわそわしてたりだったからな。
まあ、アグモンも気づいてたんだ。
葵が忙しそうだけど構ってほしい時のラブラゴンみたいだったぞ。
いや、そういうのとは違うんじゃないか。
Sure it is.
まあでも、僕だって教授に聞きたいことはいろいろあるんだ。どこかで話さないとな。
And now for the free action. I've got about 5 moves to work with. Now here's the real question. Who to go talk to first? Because, like, we got the options here. Who we got? We got Minoru, Agumon, Aoi, and Saki, Kaito and Miyu, and the friends. I think if this is the one I remember right, I think this is the one where, like, Kaito just, like, slaps Miyu, so let's see if we can avoid that one. It's like, no, don't slap the Miyu, baby. Let's have a chat with Minoru. What's it gotta say? Minoru, I sense a strange presence coming from the direction of the shrine. You mean like a bad guy vibe? It's too soon to say. Still, best be on our guard. You too, Takuma. You're looking out, Fakamon. Don't tell him what's out there. Better take a look just in case. I must watch, like the dread of night, in the dead of night. You know, actually, think about that. So, last night, I went and watched, the first, Tim Burton Batman movie. I don't know, like, I was just, like, hanging out in a call with, like, some friends last night, and, we just were like, oh, we should watch something. And we just ended up watching it. And, I really enjoyed it, honestly. Like, I think, like, Tim Burton just has, like, really good vibes with, like, what the Batman movies, like, did, right? At least, like, with his own Batman movie. And, like, he had, like, it was, like, a really good, like, Danny Elfman soundtrack that, surprisingly enough, I found out that, that soundtrack's kind of referenced a lot in a lot of other, like, Batman media. The worst thing, though, I can think of, the more I think about it, is that, like, the first time I ever heard the Danny Elfman Batman theme, at least, like, the actual theme itself, and had, like, different renditions of it, I guess thinking about it would have been, like, the Ezra Miller Flash movie, which, that's not a good movie, like, at all. That movie is, big bad doo-doo. Like, it's actually kind of impressive, like, how you make a movie, like, that terrible. And, like, here's the thing that people don't talk about with this movie, right? Just I can see here, okay. So, like, everyone talks about, like, the microwave scene from, like, The Flash, where, like, the Flash pulls out, like, a baby from a microwave. Because, like, what's happening in that scene, basically, is that, like, I think there's, like, an explosion in, like, a hospital. And so the Flash is like, oh, man, I gotta save these people. And, like, you know, like, I think it's specifically, like, a maternity ward. So, like, it's just, like, a bunch of babies, like, all, like, falling out of this window. And the Flash is like, okay, I gotta save them, right? And so in that scene, he's, like, doing different things, like, make sure, like, the babies aren't gonna get hurt, right? To make sure, like, they wouldn't, like, fall on the ground or get hurt or anything like that. And in that scene, I remember this one, specifically what he does, right, is that he puts, there's like a microwave that's falling, right? So it's like, okay, I'll just put this, like, baby, like, inside of this microwave to make sure, like, you know, the baby will be safe. And, like, it's like okay, I get that part, sure. But here's, like, the weird thing about it, right? So, the part that, like, nobody, I think, ever talks about with this is that, in that scene, so it's an unplugged microwave, right? Yet, when the Flash, like, opens the microwave door, like, to get the baby out of it, it fucking dings, right? And I think to myself, why did it ding? It wasn't attached to anything. Why, like, was that just, like, an audio guy just, like, having a laugh with, like, the, like, design of it? Like, to make it, like, seem, like, comedic? Like, I don't know, like, I guess I'm going for, like, something, like, comedic about that, obviously, but just, it's such a weird, like, sound design choice, I guess you could say. And I wonder, like, what the reasoning was, like, behind that decision, you know? I mean, like, obviously the problem was, like, a multitude of, like, decisions being made in that moment, and, probably the main decision being, hey, we gotta, like, really save this movie, even though there's a lot of other movies we're also, like, canceling at the same time. Like, I don't know, man, DC's been in a weird thing, and I also, like, looked back, I also looked back on, back around, I think, was it 2022 it was, where DC was, like, really, really trying to push Black Adam, right? And, like, to be fair, I get, like, probably why, because they were putting, like, all their chips on the table with this movie, right? They had, like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, they had Dwayne The Rock Johnson playing Black Adam. They had all these, like, crossover things, right? Like, I looked more into it out of curiosity, and, like, he was in, what, like, Multiverses, which that's coming back soon. He was in, like, they put Black Adam Multiverses, they put him in, like, Roblox, they put him in Fortnite. It's just, they had so much, like, faith in this movie, right? And it's, like, wild to think about that they're like, yeah, we need to, like, you know, put, like, all our chips in this movie, in this character, because the whole kind of issue, oh, I don't want to do that, the whole issue with it, I'd say, was that, like, I don't know, like, I think they just tried a bit too hard with it. There's something about the shrine, but I think it's actually popping up. And, like, I don't know, because anybody who knows, like, anything about, like, the Black Adam stuff, the main thing was that it was kind of a case of Dwayne Johnson's, like, ego really, like, really shining through. Because, there's been, like, things people have found out about him when it comes to, like, his contracts. The most fun thing with his contract is that, like, he's apparently not allowed to lose in, like, movies that he's in. So there's, like, times where, like, his fights can seem very, like, boring as a result of that. And I guess that's also why they made him into this character that's, like, it's like anti-hero. It's like, oh, I don't play by the rules. I'm an anti-hero. Like, I don't know. It kind of, like, I feel gets a little bit, like, into the edge of, into, like, the scale of, like, being a bit too edgy, I guess you could say. Because, like, people, like, when they hear the word edgy, right, they think of things like, I feel like what people associate nowadays with, like, the word edgy is, like, Shadow the Hedgehog. Which, you know, we'll eventually see him in the third Sonic movie, which apparently was confirmed to be... It's so funny, right? Everyone, like, confirmed it to be Keanu Reeves, and, like, apparently that is probably going to be who Shadow's voice is Keanu Reeves. I'm just kind of waiting for, like, a trailer at this point, you know? I just don't know, like, when that trailer's happening. I keep wanting to say it's gonna be this month, but, like, I don't know, man. All I know for sure it's, like, coming out at any time in the future. I know that, in June, there'll be the next Nintendo Direct, and that'll probably have, like, basically the rest of their games for this year, because, like, I think Nintendo's last thing. So, like, Thousand Year Door comes out, I believe, tomorrow, like, on Thursday. Aside from that, I believe, Luigi's Mansion 2, or otherwise known as Dark Moon, that comes out, I think, next month. After that, they don't really got anything else, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're just like, hey, here's, like, this game, here's this game, here's, like, this remake, here's this remake. Like, I fully expect, like, remakes and, like, 3DS ports and all that. Because, like, if they're doing Luigi's Mansion 2, right, I could see them being like, okay, here's, like, I don't know, a part of me hopes for, like, let's say an Awakening, like, a Fire Emblem game, which I assume will probably end up being, if they're doing a 3DS port, Fire Emblem Awakening. That would probably be the most likely one I feel would happen for a, what's the word here? A Fire Emblem Awakening, remake would be, I think, the most likely one to happen for a 3DS port. Even though I think Fate is probably the one that kind of deserves it a little bit more. My logic for why I think Fates deserves it more is that, currently Fire Emblem Fates has a whole route that was DLC only, and now with the 3DS eShop shutting down, there's not really a way to play that route anymore? Don't you dare tease me with the idea of marrying Lucina in HD. But like seriously though, like I do feel like that is probably what would happen. Like they would just do Awakening. Now what I would wonder, right? I wonder if they would have like the avatar system still there. So like, you know, customize like your build, your character, hair color and all that. Or if they would be like, hey, we just want the character to be like just a default, like how Byleth is, right? It's like, oh, Byleth is a default design, we could change their name. Same with the Lear, default design, change their name. I think that was also the case with Shez as well. With like 3 Hopes. I'm waiting for the days though, like for a Fire Emblem game that they like have the default avatar. Or like your like player character. I kind of want them at some point to kind of go back to like what like say FE7 did, where it's like, oh yeah, you have like the tactician in that game, but they're not really as important. But I don't think they're ever going to do that again. They want you to be involved in some way. So I don't think that's really happening, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. I guess the part of me that just wants like their like names to be read out in the actual game. Because they were apparently going to do that for Alear in Engage, but that actually never happened. Because there exists voice files in the game for every character saying Alear's name. So, like, that was going to happen, but that didn't happen in the end. And so it kind of makes me wonder, like, if they would do that with, like, Robin, to be like, okay, here's, like, you know, Robin has, like, the default appearance, and has, like, the default name. But I don't think they would do that, honestly. I think they would still let you have the customizability, because that's what Awakening had. And Awakening is a very customizable game. So, like, I feel like they would not really change that. Which, you know, if they don't, that's fine. And, like, I know with Fire Emblem Awakening, a part of me kind of, like, wants to do, like, a Awakening, like, playthrough again. But now I've had this thought of just, like, oh, what if they, like, actually, like, announce an Awakening remake next month? I feel like I should hold off on an Awakening, like, playthrough again. Just in case, because 3DS ports are pretty likely. Though, I'll say this, I'm gonna be, like, I will laugh, but also be a little, like, low-key pissed if, like, let's say next month, they're like, hey, here's, like, HD ports of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. I'd be like, well, shit. Because I still have not gotten around to playing my Radiant Dawn yet. And I've had that, like, for over a year now, and, like, I spent $180 on it. And so the idea of basically, like, having enough to have spent, like, 3 copies, if it's, like, a $60 game, that'd be kind of, unfortunate. Although I feel like if they were to, like, remake / remaster and re-release Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, a part of me thinks that they would be, like, either, like, it'd be, like, a duo release of, like, both games together. Kind of like the Battle Number Collection. Or they would just do separate releases, but that's so hard to say. I think they would be full price, though, despite, like, everything else. What did I say with, like, game audio? Oh, no. Yeah, it's like about our hospital stuff here. It's fun too with like the route splits, because I feel like that's when you really start to like kind of learn a lot more about these characters. Of course, that makes sense because like they are opening up to you, because they're like much closer with you too. Any idea what that feels like? Yeah, say poor Aoi. Well, where's the poor Saki? Like, I mean, Aoi like obviously sympathizes with like Saki. Saki has like a lot of hospital visits to like worry about. Man, I think back to the fucking, like, Wrathful ending. Without, like, spoiling it for those who may not have seen the routes, like, Wrathful has such an interesting ending. It might have been my favorite ending, actually, so far. Harmony's is fine, I remember. Was not a big fan of, like, the way Truthful ends. More so, like, after the final boss, like, that little, like, ending bit is more so what I want to clarify with that. But the events leading to it, like, that part's fine. Truthfuls is pretty solid, like, leading up to, like, the final fight. Same with, like, I think everything that leads up to the final fight, every route so far has been great. I think it's really just, like, what happens after the final fight for, like, the little ending bits. I still think Truthful is the weakest one, but I think it's still good. And I think Wrathful was still my favorite one. This treacherous world, a place she can live freely. Not have to worry about her illness. We have one more to talk to. I know though, with like Fire Emblem Awakening, with my file, I still want to one day do every single like route, or rather support conversation. I want them. I want to get all of those eventually. Just it's not easy. It's a lot of planning usually for those two to maximize like supports as much as possible. Don't expect Tellius games anytime soon. Out of all the international releases of Fire Emblem games, they sell pretty badly. Yeah, the Tellius games I know did not sell well. Which is why it's like kind of an unlikely situation currently, which is kind of a shame. I want it. I really do want them, but I don't know, man. Let me actually see if I can find like the sale. Hang on, I guess while I'm on the side here, let me see if I can find the sales numbers for Fire Emblem. It's actually worse than Shadow Dragon. Interesting, because I was going to say, I thought that one sold, like, really, really badly. Let's see. Fire Emblem sales numbers. Let's see. How do I find this? I found for like everything in Japan. Let's see. Back from like 2015. Oh, from like 2015, that's not gonna tell me much actually. I know at least the Engage sold, I'm seeing here, at least about over 1.6 million, at least as of like March of last year. So like Engage sold well. Like, I remember Engage actually being a pretty, like, decently selling game. Okay, I think I found something here. Okay, so... FE1, I'm seeing about 300k. Same with Gaiden. New Mystery of the Emblem. Or rather, sorry, Mystery of the Emblem, so like FE3. About 70... Let's see, about 770k. Let's see. Genealogy, about 500k. Thracia, oh god, Thracia. 150k. I guess rather 158k. Binding Blade, 346k. I'm seeing Blazing Blade. What do these footnotes mean? Hang on. Oh, includes a chart. Okay. So let's see. Blazing Blade, I'm seeing about 970k. Or is that right? Oh, I think that is right. Actually, yeah. 970k for Blazing Blade, so it almost broke a million. Sacred Stones, 860k. Path of Radiance, 536k. Radiant Dawn, 490k. Shadow Dragon, 610k. New Mystery, so like FE12 was 250k. Let's see. It's also a case of Japan games basically versioned 0.9, and North America had some changes, notably level promotions, which is no longer the case with simultaneous worldwide releases. Yeah, that was always the kind of an unfortunate issue too, which I really was not a fan of. I'm really glad it's like been fixed. Because it's like, oh, we patch this, or like fix some things, like patch some things out, or like changed some things. Like, for instance, Sacred Stones, because I played through that recently. There are some shops in that game that have, like, a completely different, like, inventory in the Japanese release. Again, here we go. Let's see. Fire Emblem Awakening, 2.37 million. Fire Emblem Fates, 3 million. Fire Emblem Echo Shadows of Valentia, 1 million. Three Houses, 4.12 million. And N-Gage, 1.61 million. And spin-offs I'm seeing here. About 330k for Tokyo Mirage Sessions on the Wii U. Fire Emblem Warriors 1, about 1 million. Apparently only says for Japan, but Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore, like the Switch ports, I'm seeing just 0.039, but it says only Japan, so maybe the US sales numbers were never actually released for that one? Then Warriors 3 Hopes, 1 million. And then, of course, look at Fire Emblem Heroes, which has almost 18 million downloads and a revenue of at least $1 billion. So, yeah, there's a reason why Heroes is still probably like their biggest cash cow right now. It's what's kind of carrying this series at the current moment. Because, like, even though N-Gage sold a lot less, it's not really putting the series in like any like sort of like dire straits because they have Heroes to fall back on. It's kind of like how Fate's Stay Night right now, I'd say. What is it? What's the word I'm looking for here? It's why I feel like Fire Emblem doesn't really have to worry like too much about like, I guess like the sales numbers in some cases. Just because, you know, Heroes does so well, and like it's like the same thing with like Fates, where Fate's Stay Night has like so much money being made just from the mobile game, because like Fate Grand Order I know makes like over like $1 billion like regularly. Like it's wild just how much like a game like that just makes like so much money, and that's just like the gacha right there, dude. Like that's just gacha and like desire factor, I guess you could say. Whales as well would obviously help. And like gacha whales are basically those who would spend like hundreds of dollars on like every banner. Grand Blue Fantasy did so good, side games became able to make console games. Yeah, like Grand Blue did really good for itself, because now we have like 2 fighting games, like because the first fighting game got a sequel, which I heard the sequel was like really fucking good actually as a fighter. I know that there was like that action RPG they made, Relink I think it was. Also, hi Lunde, I hope you're doing good, by the way. Fate's Stay Night fan, excited to play a game for the first time. Gotta say, with the original visual novel, yeah. It's funny, because actually I played Fate Extra back on the PSP. I never finished it though. I don't know why, but I never finished Fate Extra, but I remember really liking it. I ended up going for the Saber character, which would have been Emperor Nero. And she was fun. I'm waiting for the fucking re-release though. At this point, I'd rather just play that. I want to play that, but like, where the fuck is it? Holy shit, we haven't heard about it in years, dude. You prefer Higurashi when they cry? Yes, I've never actually played Higurashi. I watched the show, but that's about it. And I never watched the newer Higurashi. I just watched I watched like the Higurashi series from like the 2000s. I remember enjoying that one, but I also remember it being like, when you look back on it, very edgy. Very much just like, oh yeah, we're gonna be the violent anime. Don't be so patronizing. Don't go talk about shit you don't know jack about. Starving, waiting food, had my first Emerald Rogue run, and went pretty good until the end. Nice. Hope you enjoyed your time with Emerald Rogue. I remember actually doing that like one stream of it, like a while back. That was fun. You know, it's a good thing I never did Poke Rogue for like a incentive or anything. I was considering that, but then I just played it on my own time. Before the stuff happened with the guys who were running that game. Though to my knowledge, they're trying to get new people on it to make it better than before, so... You know, Poke Rogue, you'll have its controversy for a bit, but maybe like the Phoenix, you will rise from its ashes. not the weak one here. You are, bro. You're the one depending on me. And there it is again. Has potential, but the start's so rough. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the truth hurts. Always such a brute. Always using your hands to, you know, solve things with violence. Ah, poor Miyu. It's fun too, by the way, like, having context with like all the other routes, like seeing just how much changes. What gets me is that Miyu doesn't really even react like it's just Tuesday. Yeah, like that's like the kind of the sad thing about it. It's like it feels like this is like a regular thing that happens. That like he might hit her sometimes, which is really sad, honestly. World map. Forest area. The shrine. The shrine.
たくま、教授行ったぞ。
本当だ。教授
Excuse
お
me.
や、たくまくん
That
に
doesn't
アグ
have
モ
to
ン。
be for a moment there.
ああ、すまない。もしかして探させてしまったかな。
ああ、いえ。見当たらなかったので、つい探してしまいました。壁画、調べていたんですか？
うん。ここ1層目と1つ下の2層目のものについてはかなり調査が進んだと思うよ。さらについ先日3層目も発見し、そこでも壁画を見つけたんだ。
すごい。もしかして何か分かったんですか？
どうかな。今の状況に役立つかわからないが。
よければ聞かせてもらえませんか？
では、どこから説明しようか。
What level should I ask about? The second, third, or first? Tell me about the first level.
ここに描かれているのは獣神に祈りを捧げる人間たちと巫女の様子だね。
It's time for more plots.
人間と獣神が共存していたんですか？
この壁画を信じるならそういうことになる。注目すべきはここ、巫女だ。他に比べて明らかに詳細に描かれている。古来より巫女は神の代弁者としての側面もあった。おそらく獣神と人間をつなぐ存在だったんだろうね。
獣神と人間をつなぐ巫女。
そしてこの壁画、たくまくん、君にはどう見える？
凶暴な獣たちが暴れ回っている。
For context here, please play truthful. Yeah, I'd say pretty much.
50点といったところかな。よく見てごらん。家や人の姿があるだろう。
本当だ。なんだかまるで獣たちから逃げ回っているような。
Ready for next month's direct? I'd say so, yeah. I was kind of like discussing it a little bit earlier. Like some hopes and all that. For one thing, I'm trying to like, quote unquote, try to avoid playing a 3DS Fire Emblem, because I'm kind of worried / hopeful that they'll do a because they're doing like 3DS ports now, thanks to like Luigi's Mansion 2 as like one example, which makes me think you know, maybe like just maybe they might do a port of like Awakening, like Fire Emblem Awakening, or Fates or something like that on like the Switch, which if they did would be pretty cool.
そうだね。 私にも
I'm also
そのように
hoping this is
見える
finally the time for Metroid Prime 4. Like, I don't know, man. Like, we've been like waiting on Prime 4 for like so
私たちの
long.
世界で暴れた
That game has
獣
been
の
a,
姿
that
を
game was
描い
legit,
た
I
も
think,
のだ
announced like あ
世界中に残
I
る
think that was
神話
announced
や
back
伝
in
承
like
に
the
は時に
like
怪物
first
が
year of
登
the
場
Switch, I want to
する
say.
その怪物とは獣神ではな
Yeah,
いか
a
と
Xenoblade
考え
Expo
て
would
い
be
る
actually really nice. I would love that.
そうなんですか？
まあこの壁画を根拠にすればそうも考えられるという程度の仮説ではあるがね。他も見てみるかい？
No, I'm okay not looking. I've seen these plenty of times now. But thanks, Professor.
さて今説明できるのはこのくらいかな。
Okay, Prime 4 announced June 2017. Wait, June 2017? I thought it was the Game Awards. Oh, no, it wasn't the Game Awards, was it? It was a fucking direct. Oh, it was totally a fucking direct, wasn't it? Shit, was that the same fucking direct as Shin Megami Tensei 5, like, first being revealed? I was thinking Bayo 3, you're right. Fuck, it has been that long. Yeah, if they, like, show it next month, that would be fitting, because that would have been about after, like, what, 7 years? They would be like, hey, by the way, 7 years later, here's Prime 4 footage after we first announced it.
ありがとうございました。勉強になりました。
Granted, Prime 4 is also a unique situation because they had to restart development, so I mean, like, that's also entirely fair.
ま
And that's a very unique case, too. They actually sort of had to admit, yeah, we were starting development. Sorry. Also, we're getting Retro Studios back because they know what they're doing. Sorry, DK fans.
教授、みゆきは
Maybe after Prime 4 is done, we'll see a new Donkey Kong Country. Unless they're ideally already working on one. It feels weird to think about how many, like, series have actually just skipped the Switch, by the way. Considering how, like, popular, like, the Switch is, there's a lot that didn't really get new games on it. A lot of ports, but not a lot of new stuff. Like, DK got a Tropical Freeze port. Otherwise, nothing really new. Okay, here's a weird question. Do we count Star Fox because of Star Fox 2 in the SNES Online? Actually, no, we don't, because that was the SNES... What are those things called? SNES Minis? Yeah, that was a SNES Mini thing first, we got Star Fox 2, so that doesn't count.
ああ、そろそろ約束の時間だ
Or
ね。
SNES Classic, that's what it
戻らなく
was.
て
You're right, thank you.
教授、
I remember seeing one of those in store. I remember seeing a SNES Classic in store once, actually. I didn't buy it. Maybe I should have in hindsight. Could have been kind of cool to have.
聞きたいことが何なのかは分か
Because
って
I
いる
know I'm getting one of those nowadays.
それは些細な話に
Kind of like the Detective Pikachu amiibo I saw in like a Toys R Us once. Didn't buy that. Kind of wish I had. Granted, I actually wanted to buy it, but there was like nobody around in the electronics section, and I waited for like, I think like 15 minutes for like someone. Like I was just like walking around still, but I kind of just like waited, and I'm just like, man, no one's showing up. Yeah, it was the fucking big Detective Pikachu. It was like a $25 amiibo. I actually wanted to buy it, and yeah, legit, no one fucking showed up. I'm like, man, I guess I'm just not gonna get it. I guess I'll get it another time. And then I never did. So cool. Thanks, Toys R Us, for not having anybody working electronics that day.
どういうことですか？
You bought it on site. The message to a friend I knew who was looking for. They got it too for the SNES Classic. Nice. A phone's going off.
なんだメールか。
Okay, so let's see then. So Star Fox and Metroid have skipped a Switch. Actually, no. Metroid was on it. What the fuck are you talking about? Dreads right there. Star Fox and DK skip a Switch.
メール？なんで？
Let's see Nintendo's main
Nintendo,
franchises. Let me think here.
また
I
申
mean,
し
I guess
訳
a good
ね
way
え
to look at this is like to check the fucking Smash Fighters, because that's a good way to like look at like which are the ones that are like their main series. So let's see
前よりも
here.
少しだけ読めるようになってる。
Oh yeah, Xenoblade thrived on the Switch. Yeah, no. If there's any series, if there's like any series that defines the Switch, it's like two of them, right? Xenoblade and Zelda. Xenoblade and Zelda both fucking thrived on that thing.
たくま、みんな待ってるんじゃないのか？
あ、そうだった。
Let's see here. Obviously got new Marios. Unless we're going to count the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake, which I'm not going to count. No new DK. That's a tricky with like Mario Kart because it's still a Mario game, and here's the thing as well, right? One, thanks for the hydrate, Jacob. Hope we're doing good. Two, here's the thing with that, right? I feel like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe kinda in a way took on its own identity and made like so much of a better like Mario Kart that it feels like the Wii U Mario Kart is like a completely different game in comparison. So I don't know, it's almost like I think fair to call like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe like a brand new game because it just got so much like content to it. Yeah, Mario Kart 9 is gonna have to do something crazy to follow up 8 Deluxe because like 8 Deluxe is nuts. Yeah, Cries of Metroid indeed. Doing good. Finished playing some VR mini golf with friends. Nice. Yeah, Let's Go I know did really good. I kind of want to do another playthrough of Let's Go at some point on my own time. That'd be fun. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the fighter stuff here. So you got Mario for sure. DK, not really. Zelda, yeah. Metroid, yeah. Yoshi, yeah. Kirby, yeah. Star Fox, no. Pokemon, yeah. Good luck with Earthbound. F-Zero, yes, actually, because of F-Zero 99. So that's actually crazy to get a new F-Zero title. Let's see. Hopefully it's actually like a multi-series, not just like a one-off like Ice Climbers. Let's see. Okay, no new Dr. Mario on the Switch is a little weird, actually. I'm not gonna lie. We haven't had Dr. Mario since I think like the 3DS or like the mobile game. I think it was like a mobile Dr. Mario. That one does feel a little weird to not get, actually. And before Mario Kart 8 Re Deluxe Special Edition. Yeah, like it's like how we'll also get Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Deluxe. Let's see, new Fire Emblem. Let's see. No Kid Icarus, but Kid Icarus is kind of in a weird spot right now, so it's hard to say. Got a new WarioWare. I guess there are new Metal Gear Solids being made. Not just on the Switch, but could be on the Switch too, like the new ones. New Sonics for sure. That's not really Nintendo. Same with Metal Gear Solid, also not really Nintendo. I don't know why I'm even counting. I guess because I'm just looking at the Smash thing here. Focus on Nintendo characters. Okay, so new Pikmin for sure. New Animal Crossing. So Wii Fit, sort of, because of Ring Fits. So I'll just say sort of. No new Punch Out. Definitely got a lot of Xenoblade on the Switch. I mean, I guess... I mean, Bayonetta is basically Nintendo's thing now, like Nintendo and Sega. So I mean, Bayo 3 and like Cereza and the Lost Demon. Definitely got new Splatoons. Got 2 and 3. Is that it for the Nintendo stuff? It looks like it. Unless I'm forgetting something for the DLC. No. Yeah, so that's basically it. So, a lot of, like, stuff did make it onto the Switch, but there are some notable omissions, mainly, like, Star Fox and Donkey Kong are, like, the two main ones, I'd say. And, of course, they have, like, their side series. I mean, hell, they did a new Endless Ocean. Unfortunately, I heard that the new Endless Ocean was not super amazing. I heard it was just kind of whatever, which is kind of a bummer to hear about for, like, I know fans of, like, the franchise.
そしてたくましくこの世界を生き抜いていた。すごいや。
Yeah, the Kirby games on the Switch were good, like Star Allies, Forgotten Land. Some of the side stuff, like what was that one? Was it Dream Buffet? Dream Buffet's fun. A shame that like everyone kind of stopped playing it after a couple weeks, but I remember enjoying Dream Buffet. If I could have held on this long myself. Well, no point worrying about it. Best focus on the task at hand.
たくま
ミノル、
みんなと話してきたんだろ。どうだった？
みんながこの10日間大変な思いをしてきたんだなって分かったよ。
霧は濃くなってく一方で敵の襲撃もずっと続いてた。それにみゆきが
みゆきが
Miyuki?
あといやその
Is it really that hard to talk about what's going on with her? I want to ask him about it somehow, but... Tell me to be straight, Minoru.
カイトが言ってたみゆきがもうダメだっていうのはどういう意味なんだ？
はあ、いきなり聞くかそれ。
答えてくれ。みゆきは今どこで何をしてる？
そうだな。たくまにはちゃんと話しとかないといけないよな。
あれねえねえたくま、霧がまた濃くなってない？
本当だ。
やばい、来やがった。
なんなんだこの音。
食堂の方から聞こえてくるよ。
葵さんの警報だ。敵襲の合図だよ。行くぞ。
みんな集まって早く。たくまくん、遅いわよあなたたち。
You guys are late. Well, excuse me.
ごめん。
何が起きたんだ？
たくまくん、どうやら約束を果たせそう。
約束って？
みゆきちゃんのこと後で話すって言ったでしょ。彼女ならあそこにいる。
There she is. Good to see Aoi not traumatized. Yeah, say after the last route. Yeah.
みゆき。
'Cause I won't say like too much, but like there definitely will be like some spoilers from like other routes I've done every so often.
たくま、近づいちゃダメだ。
Well, I know there's gonna be some cases where like some people have not like played the other routes, and like yeah, I get it. This is my last route, right? Like this is the last route I gotta do. It's the moral route. Once it's done, I'm never doing this damn game on stream again. Not to say I'm not enjoying it, of course. I think it's just the whole like, man, I want to play other games. Granted, I do. Like, I mean, legit. It's not like I was going through it all. Dude, okay. If I was just going through Digimon Survive just like constantly before it was done, like normal playthrough, new game plus, and like all the other routes, I would have gotten sick of this so long ago. I think it's the fact that I've given myself like time between each like playthrough. As I mentioned before, like my first playthrough of Survive, that was... Hang on, let me look it up here. I got it in my little spreadsheet. Yeah, so my first one was back in July. From like July 11th to August 25th of last year was like the initial playthrough. Then it was a New Game Plus playthrough, which that came later, back in like, yeah, November 6th to December 1st, when I finished that. And then, I don't have it marked exactly down in the spreadsheet. I probably should like maybe make like a footnote or something on the side of it, or maybe something like that, because it's not here at all. But I have Wrathful started, from what I'm seeing here, March 27th, and that finished up around April 3rd / April 4th. I think I might be on the 3rd. I think I actually finished that one before midnight struck. So what if I think still been the 3rd?
どうしちゃったんだよみゆき
What happened to you, Miyuki? Why are you all, like, full of darkness?
主のよりしろになっているのよ。意識を乗っ取られていると言えばわかる。
主ってあいつのことか。そうだろう。僕だ、タクマだよ。わかるだろみゆき。返事をしてくれってなあみゆき。
たくまくん、ショックかもしれないけど、これが私たちがこの数日向き合ってきた現実なの。
Man, I still remember when I first saw the Kenzoku here. I thought there was such a cool, like creature, like a cool monster, you know? Alright, now for the actual gameplay. Well, I guess rather, not the actual gameplay, but also like another aspect of the gameplay. Alright. Well, 4 choices to make here. Let's do... Oh, I know what I want to do, actually. Let's bring in Aoi. Let's bring in Saki. I guess I'll then bring in Syakomon and Dracmon. Let's do these 4. Because there's something that has happened since we finished that last run. Gonna just depend on like whenever I get her turn ready to go. Oh, the treasure. Kind of a shame with like Beelzebub and Bolt Batamon that Bolt Batamon's just better. He's like just better in every way. Although I think it's like more like magic focused versus like Beelzebub being more like physical focused, but I think it's like also the fact that I think that Bolt Batamon just has like more movement. What do you, Monkeymon? You're right. We need that Monkeymon. Let's say Sagami asking for the monkey. Here is your monkey. Inside the box. What is inside the monkey box? Yo.
Mother gorilla, flying at the speed of light, and a mechanized body.
Aw, man. Okay, thank you for sending the monkey there. Sagami, really appreciate that. I just remembered, we are getting Slayer, like, coming out in Strive soon, which does mean I get to hear his theme soon, fully, because, oh, I need that theme, dude. Is that older Arthur Reed? God. No, it's actually Peanut Butter Gamer. So yeah, now I got Plutomon with Labramon here. And can I actually talk with her? I can, yeah. So yes. Be careful, Plutomon. Don't look down at the enemy. Yes, I know, Aoi. This enemy is strong. So yeah, Plutomon unlocks thanks to the fact that I did... That doesn't... Oh, because you're on a ledge, that's why. I was gonna say, why is that not hit? That's weird. But yeah, after finishing up Wrathful, now I got that option for Aoi there. So that's pretty handy.
私も強くなるよ
I think at this point I have everybody's like extra evolution, I think except for Agumon, who probably will come from this route, realistically speaking. Only a bummer I'm so powerful at this point, like most of these enemies just are not a challenge whatsoever. And granted, I could turn the difficulty higher if I wanted to, but I don't really feel like it. That sort of thing is always kind of funny to have as an option to repeat playthroughs. It is, yeah, like what's cool too is that like they actually have like dialogue for it as well. Especially the cases of like with Agumon and I forget the name of the dragon, but it's like the big dragon, like his like ultimate form he could become. That has special dialogue too that I guess you would only really hear because of a New Game Plus playthrough. I can get all three of them, but this can't I? No. Oh, no, I can't. I can totally get all three. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna kill the one on the side there, though. Not enough. Storm. Also not enough. Awesome. Oh, I really need to give you, like... I mean, Gilstorm's not bad. Like, these aren't bad skills to have. Like, I consider, like... I mean, looking at these, I gotta consider, like, maybe having attacks that are not just, like... I guess it's, like, specializing in wind, which is fine. I would just need to be careful if it's like, oh, here's, like, a guy who does not, like... was, like, extremely resistant to, like, this one element. I should have more options on these guys. Maybe I ought to, like... figure out how I want to, like, change things around. Maybe I could put, like, Ocean Wave on, like... was that, like, Miyu there? I think it's for Miyu, yeah. That would make sense to give it to her, I think. I will make my choices known once this fight is done. Yeah, these guys are only, like, level, like, 38 compared to, like, our, like, almost, like, 80. And granted, I think the final bosses were only about, like, in, like, the 60s range, so... That was a normal attack, too. That was so cool. Gun. Gun strong. It just reminds me, actually, so I'm still, like, going through Dark Cloud on my own time. And the game's still pretty fun. And there's, like, a character in that game that actually has, like, some guns. On them, and they're actually pretty good, I'd say. Like, everyone in Dark Cloud does feel, like, very good. I don't think there's, like, a single character I'd say, like, feels bad. Some are just slower than others, and, like, the ones who I think the ones who attack from range are, like, very clearly, like, the better characters. But everyone does feel good in that game, I'd say. I don't think there's a single bad character. I'm almost done with it, too. Like, I should be finishing up Dark Cloud on my own time. Either, like, tonight, like, after stream is done, or, like, tomorrow. All that's left is Miyuki. I guess after that, on my own time game, Dark Cloud's done. I need to find a new own time game. I don't know, I'll have to think of something. Maybe I can actually stop fucking procrastinating doing the DLC case for Ace Attorney's, was it Ace Attorney Dual Destinies? And actually get back to that. I have the 3DS version, I just gotta do it, damn it. I'm not fucking buying, like, the new port just for games I already own. And, like, granted, they're, like, my understanding is that they are still, like, the same game. It's just, like, it's a nicer touch to it, right? It's like how, I don't know, it depends on the game, obviously, but I think in a lot of cases, if I already have a game and there's, like, a remake of it, if there's not much, like, additions, if any, I just don't really see much of a reason like to ever really grab it. And it's not against like that game, obviously. It's just more so just how I feel about it. I guess it's the thought of just like I could be spending the money on like something else, you know? I guess that's the way I'm looking at it.
じゃが所詮は生贄情に流され判断を見誤る
A level up. Oh boy. All those status boosters as well. Hell yeah. The people who judge others for being emotional are the most emotional motherfuckers. Alright, I need to like change something up here, so... I'm realizing as well, like characters that have like a dark skill, I need to like not just have them like have like... Okay, so Aoi, that was with Plutomon, but let's see. Anubismon I think also... Okay, I need to check out Anubismon and Baihumon, so let me check those guys real quick. Great to be doing this in the middle of this like important like cutscene, by the way, but whatever, it's fine. So let's see, Baihu is up there. You get... This is the Earth attack. And then, as your other form... You get... Where is it? There it is. You also get a Dark attack. Raises damage by light and dark attacks by 2 ranks, prevents confusion. Okay, in that case, I have an idea. I gave Agumon Celestial Blade before. I'm gonna take that off and give that to Aoi instead. I don't think Agumon has any sort of like dark skills like across any of his forms, so I might be giving him Giga Crusher as like an exchange. Where is this light skill? It's around here somewhere. Celestial Blade, yeah. Before I give you Giga Crusher, Meteor Fall's good for you. That really had an issue. Awesome Quake. You already had like an Earth skill though, with like both of these guys, like Ebonwu and Sarasmon. Let me see that for sure. Just check if it's also a Earth skill on Ebonwu. No, it's a water skill actually. Maybe it's fine. It's just a small issue. Actually, no, I could change that around. No, let's be more creative here. Let's have more like variety. So you have earth and water. So let's change that to some other elements. Yeah, Brad, but I did see that that there's like a Keyblade for the Steam version. I think it's kind of cool looking, honestly. It's a nice blue to it. It looks real cool, just like you. Hope you're also doing good. Agumon. I gave the other character that water skill, or that fire skill rather. You have Gale Storm. Okay, so here's your problem. You don't really have like a good like way of fighting, like. Yeah, because you have like that one range there. I was noticing that kind of an issue a moment ago. Can I see that water scale for a moment? Hang on, let me see that, because I think I considered that. Ocean Wave. It's a 2-up, but it hits very close. Your option was Zulong, which that was like a long attack, right? How are you? I'm doing good. I'm just playing Digimon Survive here. Currently in the route split. Pretty big spoiler territory as a heads up, but things have been fun, I'd say. Because we're in the moral route currently. It's like the final routes of like of this game that I've not done yet. After doing the other like routes, like the New Game Plus route and like the Harmony route and the moral routes, like different like routes in the game, basically. That tornado skill, I could give that to somebody, but let's do for you Ocean Wave, yeah. You don't have anything, so let's actually give you, Agumon, the wind skill, because you don't really have any wind skills on you. There we go. Look at that. Look at all that variety across this team. Hell yeah. I have played Emerald Rogue on stream one time because of the donut incentives. Yes. It was fine. It went well. I didn't really like play much of it afterwards, though, I'll admit. I'm going to check something actually with Falcomon. Give me 1 second. Fire skill. Light skill. Fire and light. Raises damage by fire attacks by 2 ranks. The problem is that with like this and like meteor fall, there's no reason to use one or the other. That's kind of the problem I'm having. I don't want to like, have that issue. So let's say I switched around your meteor fall with something else, give you some like variety. You have fire skill already, light skill I want to keep on you. I could give you the fire skill. Yeah, what if I did that? Yeah, that could be fun. You know what? Sure, let's actually take off the darkness skill on you. You get the darkness skill now, because you're one of my best guys. And give you the fire skill, meteor fall. Cool. I think I also had... Did I have some SP items? I did. I have a lot. Wow, when did that happen? I think I went to save some... Oh my god, when the fuck did this all happen? There's so much here now. Damn. We started with Heracross between Barboach and Poochyena. Shout out for me getting 3 different Salamanthes, which also died not too long afterwards. No, that sucks, dude. There we go. I'll figure out the rest of this distribution another time, I think. Not a big deal for right now. Not to mention, I don't really need to worry about the distribution for right now. Honestly, I think I was potentially, going to save that for, like, maybe the Mugen stuff, but I also don't think I really care about doing that stuff either at this point.
Agumon!
タクマ、本当に戦っていいの？
頼む、やめてくれ。教授、みんな彼女を、みゆきくんを攻撃しないでくれ。
師匠じゃな。さすがは年の子。汝のように皆素直なら良いのだがな。どれ？
ダメだ、みゆき。あいつは
何をする？まとわりつくな。
みゆき、私だよ。わからないの？
邪魔。このよりしろの意識などもはや消え果てておる。情に訴えようとしても無駄。
Yep, heels fall on deaf ears.
みゆき、思い出して。私たちずっと一緒だったじゃないか。
獣よ、貴様を見ているとなぜかよりしろの心がざわつく。故に他に叫んじて食ろうてくれようぞ。
Man, that's all I don't remember about this game, huh?
そうはさせん。
But I'm just over here like, man, I don't remember that like lightning like bit at all, actually.
教授、
Sounded painful? Yeah, just a bit.
食らうというなら私からだ。みゆきくんを支え続けてくれたこの子に手をかけさせるわけには。
何も意味のわからぬことをずっと支えたな。
Man, okay, thinking about it just now, by the way, seeing this,
みゆきくん
I don't know why I thought about this actually more thinking about it, but did that new Monkey Ball ever come out? Because, like, I remember seeing, like, there's like a new Monkey Ball that was going to come out, right? And, it had, like, a multiplayer thing to it. I'm just like, man, that multiplayer sounded kind of sick, honestly. I don't know. Like, it looked, like, really cool. I love, like, the idea, like, the concept of it. Especially if you can, like, fuck with the others that you're playing with. That'd be really fun.
一体何が。
That's actually next month. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was already out for some reason. Yeah, I guess I'll look forward to that one. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I need more, like, co-op games. Especially more co-op games where you can, like, mess with each other. Because, like, Mario Brothers Wii, like the new Super Mario Brothers Wii, I know that one you could, like, fuck with, like, your friends, right? Yeah, like, collision with each other. But my understanding is that Mario Wonder doesn't have that? Like, they just, like, took out the kind of, like, colliding with each other.
みゆきだよね。
I've heard, like, for better or worse, it's, like... I think for better or worse, I've heard that's, like, a good thing, but I've also heard some people say they're not a fan of it. I guess it just depends who you, like, talk to, you know?
これって
みゆきダメだ。奴にまた飲み込まれる。
逃げて
Yuki, no.
早く逃げて。
なんで私じゃないんだ。
みゆきくん。
お娘ごときまだ抵抗する力を残すとは。まあよい。いささか力を使いすぎた。ここは一度引くとしようか。
And there she go.
助かった。みんな大丈夫？悪いけど休む前に次の襲撃に備えましょう。
立てるか。さあ僕に捕まって。
離せ。
Slap.
すべてお前たちのせいだ。お前が現れなければ私はずっと何よりも大切なお姉ちゃんとみゆきと一緒にいられたのに。
これでお前も分かったろ。彼女の意識は。
Yuki is no good indeed. Spent all this time enduring attack after attack by her, too. After all, they couldn't exactly kill her. She's one of us. Above all, we can't stop the master without her.
なあ、タクマ。辛い気持ちは俺たちも同じだ。
どうにかしたいけどさ、どうすりゃいいんだか。
I'm sure everyone realizes how important Miyuki is in all of this. Maybe there's a way to bring her back, but what if we called to her like the professor did? No, maybe we should let him keep doing it. She'll come back eventually, right? Let's all talk to her.
みんなでみゆきに呼
Everybody
びかけよう。
friends.
そうすれば、彼女も目を覚ますんじゃない
Like
か。
honestly, sometimes like if someone's in a bad spot, you just need to like just have a bunch of friends all together and just like help them out, you know? Unfortunately, it seems that they've already tried. Let's see, the protagonist, Takuma, wasn't there. I have the goggles, and the goggles are obviously important. That makes sense. Guess they would have tested that out themselves already. Just don't know.
どうした、みゆ。腹が減ったのか？
違う。あのおじいちゃんはこの世界の生き字引だもの。
遊園地への道はまだ繋がってるのか？
I'd say so,
わかん
yeah.
ねえけど、でも
The amusement park, the amusement
事
park.
態は進展しないわね。実際何も事態が動かなければ別の場所に行こうってみんな。
Everyone seems to agree. They've really grown a lot in the days I was gone.
どうする、たくまくん。
僕。
You gotta think also, like, there was probably a whole, like...
決めたいの。あなたの意見。
So, like, from the start of the game that we saw, with, like, all the chapters, that was probably a good, like, what? 4 or 5? Like, I think it was, like, a good, like, maybe, like, 4 or 5 days from, like, the start of the game up till the moment where, like, Takuma gets swallowed up and sent back to the real world briefly.
行こう。遊園地。
So, like, you have to think... The others went through, like, double that amount of time. And probably also double the amount of, like... Probably not as crazy of, like, experiences, but... They probably also had, like, their own battles and, like, everything else. Like, in that moment in time. It makes me wonder, like...
あれ、
Like, if this were, like, let's say, like, an anime series, right?
うちが来たの
They
に。
probably would have done like an OVA of like, oh, this is what they were doing like in this time frame, and like here's like a story of like someone they fought against or something like that.
みんな出迎えてくれるのに。
っていうか、あの騒がしい奴らも来ないって何かあったのか？これは良くない状況だな。
しかし不気味だな。物音一つしないとは。
おい、デジモン！聞こえたら返事してくれ！ 返事がない。
No response.
少なくとも声が届く範囲にはいないようだな。
たくま、気をつけて。ジジモンたちとは違った。別の何かが近くにいる気がする。
それって。
ねえ、ちょっとみんな来て。
どうした？
この子たち怪我してるの。
そいつらって。
The friends.
ちょっとあなた、しっかりして。何が起きたの？いきなり人間の女の子と霧の化け物に襲われて。
それってみゆきのことか？
無事な仲間とジジモンは玉座の間で籠城してる。あいつらの襲撃は今は落ち着いてるけど、またいつ襲ってくるか。
おい、しっかりしろ！
カイトダメ！これ以上喋らせないで。
Miyuki attacked this place, but why? Did she predict what we were going to do?
た
何かあったの？
玉座の間に繋がっている通路が塞がってる
Not the throne room.
の。嘘、やだ。どうなっちゃってるの？
落ち着いて。おそらく逃げた後に塞いだ
You
ん
know,
だ。
thinking about
中にい
it,
る者たちがやったんだろう。
maybe this is kind of a normal thing, obviously, but I've never been like in like a throne before. What I mean by that is like I've never been like, let's say, in like a castle or anything like that. To be fair, how many people get to go into a castle, right? But just, I don't know, just thinking about it, right? That'd be kind of a cool experience to like go in one and be like, oh yeah, like, you know, this is like what a throne room looks like. Because obviously there are different kinds of them. And I'm not talking about like, let's say like, I don't know, like what some people would say like a porcelain throne, like when they go like to their bathroom. It's like, that's not a castle. Nor is it like a throne room. It is a figurative one, but not a literal one.
なら、
Now see,
もう少し時間は
that,
稼げる
it
か
gets to the next point. So, let's say someone, right,
ら。まずは怪我してる
models
人たち
their
を集めよう。
home
それから
after
みん
a
なでジジモ
castle,
ンと
right?
合流するんだ。
They change their exterior and their interior to be that of a castle, right? But it's still like a normal house. But they try to give themselves like
私
castle
たちも
vibes, right?
探すとしようか。
And they even make like their bathroom like a throne room, like a literal throne room that also happens to be like a bathroom. Does that at that point count as an actual bathroom, rather as an actual castle and throne room if it's modeled to be one but isn't one? I guess that's also, you could also bring this next argument towards like say, you know how like people will go to like escape rooms and like haunted castles and all, or like haunted houses and all that? Could you in a way consider those kind of the same thing of like, oh, this is a like a real like horror like place, like a real haunted mansion, but it's not actually one, just modeled as one. So I guess in a way maybe it's not actually one because of like the fact that it's like pretending to be one, but if you model it after that, maybe it's trying to be that in that moment, right? So you would think in that sort of case, like that is what it actually is, even if not really that. Hypotheticals are fun. Oh, save me. Oh, Peter, save me, Peter. So apparently I saw with, for those who care, so it's so weird, right? I'm conflicted. So Multiverses, right? That Warner Brothers like platform fighter. So it's coming back, right? And they've already been revealing a bunch of new characters. And they've even said like, hey, if you play during like the beta, quote unquote the beta, with my fucking with like ring, or sorry, my index and middle finger both going like duh duh, like up and down. Because that was not a beta, let's be real, that was not a fucking beta. It was only a beta when it started like performing like shit. But what is it? They said like for those who played like back during like their beta, that apparently you get like their first like season pass for free, which like apparently like the first character in that is like Jason, which I'm like, that's neat, but also here's the thing with that, right? I don't know how you feel about the fact that they're like doing a platform fighter where like limited stuff is a character, right? Like, doesn't that feel kinda wrong in a way? It's like, let's say you were playing Smash Ultimate, right? But for like a limited time, you had to play for like, let's say like a good like 10 hours online throughout the course of like, let's say like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, right? To get enough currency in-game to be able to afford, let's say like, I don't know, a brand new character. Like let's say you would get like, I don't know, like Waluigi out of this, right? But then if you don't get him, he doesn't come back, right? He's only part of like a limited pass thing. Like, wouldn't that feel wrong to not have like a character because you just were not playing the game? Because here's the thing, right? It's like, oh, you don't get the character because you were not playing at the time. It's like, it's kind of like the battle pass formula in a lot of like different like free to play like shooters, right? Where it's sort of like FOMO. It's like, oh, you weren't playing this game during this event. Too bad, you missed the thing. It's like, you know, it sucks to be you because you were not playing our game sooner, but you can get other things now. You just don't ever get that thing. It's like, that's the problem with like the Battle Pass formula. That's kind of my issue I think I'm having with like the fact that Multiverses is also like doing this, because there's no guarantee that like outside of this first like Battle Pass that you get for free if you like played the beta before, like, because Jason's in there as like the first character, right? Jason Voorhees. There's no like guarantee that this character ever comes back, right? It's kind of like how like Fortnite, for instance, right? How in that game, they have characters in like a Battle Pass thing, and if you don't get them when that Battle Pass is still a thing, you never get them, right? So let's say, for example, right, there's like a season that's currently about to end, right? And let's say you started playing this game, like, I don't know, like for like a week from now, right? It basically means you never get the chance to ever get a character like, let's say, Korra, right? Who's like in that game right now. Like you can like get her in like that game's Battle Pass currently. You don't play, you don't ever get Korra. And it's like, outside for like fans of the show who like really like Korra, because they're like, oh well, now I never get to get her. And it's the same thing with a character like Solid Snake, or like, because he was like, because like there was a whole thing on Twitter. It's like, oh, here's like Solid Snake and like Peter Griffin. And like, yeah, I play the game myself, obviously. It's like I would like know these things too, like the characters, but it's again the whole like issue I have of like Battle Pass formulas nowadays. Because I get it. After loot boxes basically got banned like everywhere because of like Overwatch's shenanigans, they had to make their money somehow, right? And that's, I guess, how they're doing it with like, you know, like Battle Passes. And so many games are also adopting the Battle Pass formula too. One that comes to mind actually that like I don't think people think about too often is Splatoon. Splatoon 3 has actually adopted the Battle Pass formula. And also, that's the thing, and you're right about this one, Ludea. It's actually worse with Multiverses. Fortnite, it's just reskins. Like, that's all it is, right? It's just like, oh, like, it's just a character skin. It's not like, oh, you play as, like, Peter Griffin, you get to, like, shoot out, like, a fucking, like, fireball. It's like, no, like, that's not the thing. Like, Multiverses is doing actual character skins with their own, like, movesets and all that. That's part of their Battle Pass thing. That's kind of the one I think more so my actual issue with it. Because I think that's actually worse. You think about Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, the Battle Pass format burned me out because it was one after another with no breaks since they were month-long affairs. Yeah, it's like for only like a month, that's actually kind of rough because at least like, I think at least with like Fortnite, those are at least like 2.5 months, I think, usually, if like 3 months. I think those tend to be like 2 to 3 months, I want to say, with those. Not just like, hey, you know, you have a month to earn everything. It's like, that's a bit much. Looks like she's still conscious. That's good, but she's wounded from head to toe. I don't look too deep, at least. Yo, can you hear me? Can you walk?
Shouldn't be a problem.
Your wood's bust up when you move like that. Hold on a sec. Huh? Tearing your own clothes. Ah, making bandages, I see. Something more than first aid at best. How's that, better?
Thanks, this is a big help. Here, take this.
Ah, gee, thanks. Final heal. Gathering up all the injured. Come with us. Yeah, I don't know, man, like, it's again, like, I'm not trying to be like a negative Nancy about shit, right? Like, I don't want to be that at all, because that just sounds like so tiring. I guess that's just like my worry with like Multiverses is like new like formula. Because like, yeah, I want the game to be good. I don't want any game to ever be bad, obviously. I just worry having like a platform fighter where you have battle passes with characters in those battle passes, you know? That's where I'm worried about. I don't know. The hope is that maybe it'd just be like, oh yeah, like, maybe you missed out on this, but like there's like, because I don't know, it's hard to see, because like, I think with the battle pass formula as well, I think there are certain laws out there that basically say, if it's something offered in a limited time thing like that, it cannot be offered again, or like it like breaks, it like violates a law or something like that. I'd have to look into it, but I think that's basically why like battle pass stuff in like any kind of game, it's like if you're like paying for the battle pass, you just cannot like come back, you know. So my understanding with that Lundea is that they're making it so that you actually can earn the paid currency in game this time. that was something I did read about, which I think actually is a good thing for them to do. Because before you could not, like, earn that in the game, you had to buy it. So, the thing is, though, with that, if it's anything like how these are when it comes to, like, the paid versus free, paid will more, the free will more than likely not be a lot they'll give you, versus, like, just paying for it. It'll probably be like, oh yeah, you play for like a few hours. It's like you play for like 5 hours, you get 100 coins. You need 1,000 to buy this character skin or something like that. It would probably be something like that, right? It'd be just like a lot of playing, basically, to like earn enough. So with Crash, that's an interesting thing, right? That was not really the guys. That was it Toys for Bob? I don't think it was Toys for Bob. It was not the Crash Team Racing devs who wanted to do that. That was an Activision decision, right? I think where I'm more concerned with nowadays is that I think I've seen cases where there are more like instances of stuff that is added into a game after the review cycles, that the game is like reviewed more favorably. And then it's like, okay, now that the reviews are in, we're going to add this thing into the game now. And it's like, oh, this is actually really shitty. Oh, this kind of is unfortunate. Dude, for real, Sagami, like, I remember the fucking days of Capcom's disc lock content. Fucking, like, what? You, like, get MVC 3 and you find out, oh, fucking Jill Valentine and Shuma Garath are both on the disc. You find out Street Fighter Cross Tekken, like, all those DLC characters are on the disc. Like, that was like, it's so funny in hindsight, like how that was like the one that was not actually even as bad. Oh yeah, Street Fighter Cross Tekken was really bad about that, yeah. Also, Anonymous, thanks for giving that up to Lundea. Thank you so much, really appreciate that. Lundea, enjoy those emotes, dude. Oh man, dude, do you remember with like Street Fighter Cross Tekken, by the way, how like, oh my god, what the hell? Alright. Someone's having a laugh here, as they say. Anonymous also thanks for giving that sub to Brabbit. Dude, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. I don't know who you are, but I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's like Lunde and Brabbit, enjoy those emotes, guys. Like, a lot of good emotes there made by a lot of good people. And also give it a... Okay. Also give it to Jacob. Jesus, dude. Thank you so much. What the hell? Why? Jesus. Oh my god. Dude. No. My stream is dying now because of that. Okay, no, it's a brief blip. It's fine. We're good. And honestly, to give that sub to Jacob and Frozen Cat. Dude, what are you doing? Come on, you don't have to do this. I mean, I appreciate it. Oh man. Thanks for also giving that sub to Frozen Kappa. Oh my god, dude, what the hell? Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You don't have to do that at all. That's very kind of you. Like, again, thank you so much. And Anon's got hands for real, yeah. What was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, so Street Fighter. Okay, like legit though. Everyone who just got emotes there, like Frozen Kappa, Jacob, Rabbit, Lundea. Enjoy the emotes, guys. A lot of good emotes there made by a lot of good people. I need to get more emotes eventually. Wah. I say I got that one from Dovey a while back. That was actually really cool of Dovey. I'll post it here as I get another one. What the fuck? Look, it's a good emote by Dovey. Donna's giving a sub to... Oh my god, what the hell? Anonymous giving that sub to Stop Squirming? I see. I see. Oh my. Thank you for the sub again. Really appreciate that. What was I gonna say? Shit. Oh yeah, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Yeah, dude, I think back to that game. That game was so weird in hindsight. Mainly just like the Tekken cast all having like English voices. It's so interesting, actually. Like you start that game up and it's like, oh yeah, here's like English like Kazuya Mishima. Oh, here's English, Jin Kazama. Oh, okay, granted. Jin did speak a little bit of English in his, I think it was his Tekken 4 ending with Hwoarang. I think the Tekken 4 or 5, but I do remember him like speaking like a little bit of English. So where Hwoarang's like, no, well I do.
ジジモンがいるのは玉座の間だったよね。
Oh, dude. Bad Box Art Mega Man, yeah, like, I think the idea was funny. I do agree it was just not a good time for that, because Mega Man was already, like, in such a bad spot.
別の通り道も見つけたからすぐ行けるよ。
それじゃあすぐに玉座の前へ行こう。
Also, it was for
ジジモンを助けるん
Gotcha.
だ。
Yo, you guys, by the way, speaking of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, you guys see the fucking Street Fighter movie logo? They've only really shown, like, just the logo of it. Let me actually see if I can find the tweet here. I think I posted it in my
こ
server.
の先が玉座の間だよ。
Let me see here. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, on this Twitter link, not X. Fuck off with your bullshit, Elon. Twitter. That says Twitter in the front. I know it says X. No. That says Twitter to me. No, they're making a new Street Fighter movie. And that was gonna have. Actually, I'm not even sure who's on it, to be perfectly honest. I just know that they are making a new Street Fighter movie, and they've shown the logo so far. And apparently, the guys who are doing this are also known for doing some like Street Fighter. What's the word here? Apparently, they're also known for doing like Street Fighter like fan films. From what I saw based off Twitter, I have to like double check on that one just in case. Don't quote me on that. But apparently, these guys were responsible for some Street Fighter fan films. So, the idea of like fans who are very passionate about the franchise headlining a movie for Legendary, that honestly sounds kind of fun. Not gonna lie, it sounds kind of fun and exciting. And also, I think they'll have room to probably also like work with like a lot of the newer cast as well. That's not really like, I guess, been seen in a movie. Because like they've got a lot of new guys since like Street Fighter 5 and 6 that they could add in. I feel like they would probably go more so off for like 6, so I could see them doing a live action Luke as a result of that now.
他に道はない？
It's hard to say what it'll be based off of. Realistically speaking, I could see it just being like based off Street Fighter 2, like usual. But if they went for one of the later ones, I would be kind of down for that.
玉座の間の入り口はここだけ。
What I could see them doing, it might just like kind of like a sort of like all together thing, where it's like it's not really based on like any particular Street Fighter. But they have like a lot of different characters in it. Like obviously you have like your mainstays like Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, and all of them. But maybe you have like some of the new ones. Like it's like, oh, here's our villains, and they have like Judy and like JP, like Jury, and like JP and Bison. Or I mean, I guess you don't really have. I think what I understand from the story of like 6, I don't think you could do both Bison and JP at the same time.
この量の壁
I
崩す
think
の？
I don't really know the full context. I've not played Street Fighter 6, nor 5 actually.
じゃあどうしろってんだ。
But I don't know. I could see them just being like, "Hey, we're either gonna do like something more so based off Street Fighter 6, or just kind of like more so just an altogether not really worrying too much about like the canon of Street Fighter, kind of Street Fighter movie that just throws in like a ton of characters from like all over the franchise." Of course, there's probably also so many characters you can do with a movie like this. Because Street Fighter's got a pretty big cast, right? You can't reasonably throw in, like, everybody. Like, that's just unfeasible. It's crazy that Street Fighter 6 got Akuma from Tekken in the game. I know, right?
あれ、壁の下の方穴が開いたよ。
I think what's also exciting about Street Fighter 6 now is that, like, so I think a big issue Street Fighter 6 had for a bit there was the fact that we knew the entire first season of DLC for like a year, right? And now we're at the point where, now that Akuma's come out for Street Fighter 6, we don't really know what's coming up next for Street Fighter 6 characters and like DLC wise.
ほっはー。
その声はミユじゃな。
ジジモン、よかった。無事だ
So
ったんだね。
that does leave them like room for like because like fighting game speculation is always like it's like a fun thing. I mean, that's what makes like Guilty Gear work so well right now. Because all we know for sure is like, oh, there's another pass of characters. We don't know anybody that's coming in that pass yet. We have our final character of pass 3 with Slayer, but now we have a whole set of characters that we can work with.
もちろんじゃ。さあ、この
Though I feel like if they're going for like the big characters first, we're probably seeing like, I feel like Dizzy is like probably the next one being added in because of how big she is, like how popular she is. Like I'm trying to think of like what would be like the characters I think that would be like the most likely to come into that kind of game next. And I feel like we're probably seeing like Dizzy is probably for sure soon. Probably Jam if I had to guess. This is also based off of like an old poll I saw from like the end of season 2 of just like, hey, what are characters that people would like? What are characters that people would like really want to see, right? And I mean, the characters we got for season 3 were like they're pretty high up in that list, like Slayer, Elfelt, Abba, Johnny. Actually, I don't know if Johnny was as high on that list, but Johnny, I mean, definitely happened in the end. I hate that Street Fighter 6 showed what really happens with Akuma's Raging Demon. Do you mean like with like all the different like Akuma clones or what? Because like, I don't mind it myself, but I think it's really cool to show it. But I also get like that mystery is also good too. That's honestly interesting, Lunde. Like, I mean, I respect the opinion, honestly, because, like, you're the first person I've heard say they actually do not like that they show all that for the Raging Demon. You think showing it killed the cool factor? You know, that's actually entirely fair points. Like, genuinely. Also, by the way, hope those going to MomoCon have a good time. I know a bunch of people are, like, leaving. I think they're either already there or, it's like, I think people may have already gone to MomoCon or, like, are going to be there by tomorrow. So, you know, for those going, hope enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy it. Shadow Clone Jutsu nonsense.
よかったよかった。
ジジモン、本当に無事でよかった。一体何があったんです？
ここ最近、主の眷属どもの動きが活発での。戦いの者らを集めて、ここで籠城して
The mind being shown also answered a question never asked. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. I would agree with that.
どうして眷属はここを襲ったんでしょ
う？わからんの。わけもわからず襲われ続け、皆かなり怯えておった。
そうだよね。わけもわからず襲われるって怖いよね。
それよりタクマ、聞かなきゃいけねえことがあんだろ。ジジモン、僕らの仲間が一人主に意識を乗っ取られてしまったんです。
Now, it would be amazing if there was like a 5% chance of the Raging Demon showing off something funny like Akuma having a tea party. I may also be describing Skullomania from Street Fighter EX. I mean, that's fair, Wolf. Also, hi, Gabby. Hope you're doing good, friend. We're just playing some Digimon Survive currently. We're currently, we're still in Chapter 9 of, like, the route split for Moral. Basically, what's going on right now is, a bunch of, like, children got attacked here. So we're meeting with, like, the Elder to be like, hey, what the hell's going on? Because, monsters basically have been, like, rampaging and, like, hurting people. So we're like, hey, we gotta, like, do something about this. Also, our friend's been, turned evil because she got possessed. So we need to kind of do something to kind of help her out, too. And that's what we're looking for answers. I'll say also, by the way, Wolf, for like the Street Fighter EX stuff, I've never actually played EX. I've actually, as much as I do enjoy Street Fighter, I've not played too many of them, actually. Maybe what I think I've actually played is like Street Fighter 4. Yeah, thinking about it, it's really just Street Fighter 4, huh? Like, I like Street Fighter and I enjoy it, but yeah, I've only really beaten 4. Weird to think about, wow. Never thought of it that way before, but yeah, I've barely played any of them, damn. I've watched... I've watched a lot of Street Fighter, but like, I guess not really played a lot of them. I like to play as Ryu in the crossover games a lot, though, like a lot of the versus games. Like, I remember playing as Ryu in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. I played as him in like Marvel vs. Capcom 3. He tends to be pretty fun in the crossover games because it's a pretty basic moveset, but that's not a bad thing. Thing with Akuma's that he's demonic. It makes sense you can't process what Raging Demon does to an opponent, so by showing it, that demonic vibe is lost. Oh, God, I'm not playing Street Fighter 2010, sorry. I heard that game is not good. I think I'm okay. Well, I said I think. I know the game is not good. I'm fine. It's so wild a game like that exists, by the way, because it's like nothing like what a Street Fighter game normally is. No way. What'll happen to Miyuki? Oh, sorry. Excuse me. What happened to Miyuki? To this world, to our world. The time is very hard. Mm-hmm.
外からできることはひたすらそのものの心に訴えかけることだけじゃ。
Must call out to her soul.
何度も何度も呼びかけて心の扉をノックし続ける。それも対処療法でしかないでの。最終的には主と対峙して戦って取り戻すしかない。
Continue to call to her. For how long? And in that time, the world will... Defeating the Master is easier said than done. Can we win against this world's ruler? Your brother asked you to try and play it as a kid, knowing full well it was a hard game. It was quite the prank. Oh, God. Come, open the door to your hearts. Some other way, eh?
他に方法はないんですか？誰か他に知ってる人がいるとか。
すまぬ。昔の記憶を遡れば心当たりくらいはあるかもしれんが、すぐには出てこんの。
そんな。
No solution. Damn.
力になれず申し訳ない。
Say, whoever you think of got lost in the fog. Yeah, it's okay though. Maybe one day we'll get them back. Maybe they might survive. What up, womp, what up, womp.
Takuma.
この音は。
Takuma, 敵だ。
I'm still not sure how I feel, by the way, when this game gets like really quiet like that. I guess for like seriousness, obviously, but it's just like, oh, I like the music. I like the background music. No background music make me a sad boy. Because then my audio looks like it's going weird, and I don't like it. Wah. I love her little grin there. God, I love this gremlin.
ミュウ、何やってるんだ。敵が来るぞ。
待って、もう少しで。確かあの時と変わってなければここに。
Though thinking about it, this feels new because I don't remember her doing this before.
やっぱりあった。みんな、ここから脱出できるよ。
I think.
やった。これで逃げられる。
でもその前に あいつらだけでも蹴散らさないと。
Yeah, pretty much. Oh god, I hope my audio is not fucking
逃
up.
げてる間に背後を突かれれば。
やるしかない。
みんな一人にならないように気をつけて。協力し合えば必ず切り抜けられるわ。そうよ、みんなの力を一つにすればこんな状況だってなんとかなるわ。
Yeah, we're not alone. If we work together, huh?
ジジモン、僕の手を握って。
わしにこんなことを言う資格がないのは分かっておる。じゃが言わせてくれ。
Please.
この世界を救ってくれ。お主らにとっては。
Yeah, say we're actually getting to new content now, which is good. Because yeah, like in other rounds, they'd always like split up at this point, or like one character would like hurt their leg or like something like that.
それでもわしらにとっては故郷なんじゃ。じゃから頼む。
Got it.
ジジモン。
I have no idea what we're supposed to do. Even so.
わかりました。任せてください。
来るわ。
There she is. We're not supposed to see you in here.
ユキ。
こんな状態じゃ話し合いなんてできそうにないわね。たくまくん、もし危険だと判断したら彼女に立ち向かうわよ。いい？
Could I do it? Could I fight Miyuki?
いや、きっと手はあるはずだ。みゆきを救える方法が。
If it wasn't clear, by the way, this game is Japanese audio only. I know some people might be wondering about that, and yeah, it is only Japanese audio. No English dub for this game exists, sadly. But granted, most of the Digimon games don't really get an English dub, so it's not too surprising. I think, like, it was Digimon World Next Order. That was a rare case that actually did get a dub for, like, a newer game. Why that one? I don't know. But it did. Tip, battle backup, support. Support has a set chance to occur after a unit's action. Yeah, this is new. Alright, cool, okay, new stuff actually going on. Who do I want to bring in? I do want to check out my new skills. Who has the Ocean Wave? I think it was you. I got 3 options here. I guess we're at 4 options. So Takuma's required. Oh, I know why Takuma's required. Okay, that makes sense. In that case, let's bring in you, Dracmon. And let's bring in Falcomon. Actually, did I just use you last time? Damn, I used Aoi as well last time. There's only so much I can avoid overlap. I can't avoid overlap forever. No Agumon dying here allowed.
よし、俺が行こう。
Big Bird.
絶対に勝つんだ。消し済みにしてやろう。
Not defending just yet. Now, the real question is who to give the movement buff to. How about Miyu? Want to be my sidekick? You be the heroine of justice. I don't think I'm cut out for all that. Aw, what the heck, I'm in, Minoru. So fun there's like all these like little like dialogue bits for all these characters. Having a lot of easily missable ones too. Well, if this is the moral routes, then... just for fun, actually. I should probably just try and use ultimates until actually I'm supposed to get like the mega forms normally. That could be a fun way to do it. Would make things feel a little bit more balanced in some regards.
私も強くなるよ
Because, like, let's be real here. Like, if I'm using evolutions that are stronger than when I'm supposed to have them, of course things are going to feel, like, weaker, right? You jork. Alright, you're powering down. You can be a bird now. Well, you're already a bird, but you get the idea. Were you the double movement? I forget. You are the double movement. Okay. It's like I can either like move twice in a turn, or I think. Actually, I think it's I can only move twice in a turn. I don't think I can like attack and then like move twice. That's annoying. Okay, that's a small problem. Small problem indeed, but I don't think I can't handle. You attacked last turn, so... Got wind power. He's weak to it. Taste the wind, motherfucker! All our followers talking about there was like still 2 more, buddy.
Miyuki! 僕だ! タクマだよ! お願いだ! 話を聞いてくれ! いい加減目を覚ましてくれ! 僕と約束したじゃないか! この世界を救ってみんなで元の世界に帰るんだって!
Wait to respond to a message. Yeah, I did see that actually, Lindea. Blue Sky DMs are a thing now, which is really cool. I love that Blue Sky is kind of the website that kind of like won out of the, I guess you could say, like the alternative Twitter options. Because I know it was like, what, Blue Sky? What was the other one? To say Blue Stacks, but that's something else. Mastodon. Yeah, Mastodon's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, people were trying to make Mastodon a thing for a bit there, but that I don't think went anywhere. Yeah, Blue Sky feels like the one. I think that's just because Blue Sky was like ex-Twitter devs. So it makes sense why the guys who used to run Twitter would make a good, like, new Twitter. Still gonna use Twitter until that site 6 feet under. That's the thing. I'm probably still using Twitter for a while, despite how much I hate that website now. Because there's still a lot of good stuff on Twitter I like. Like, there's a lot of artists I follow on Twitter. I really like their stuff. There's a lot of, like, people on that site still that I follow that aren't on Blue Sky yet. Just now, Miyuki returned to normal for a second.
Miyuki!
But yeah, there's still a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of artists I follow on Twitter that I really like their art that I don't think are on Blue Sky yet, so it's kind of where I'm at with it. Kensoku.
またみゆきに声が届かなくなった。何が足りないんだ。何が。僕はただみゆきを救いたい。そして全員で元の世界に戻りたいのに。そうだ。僕は諦めない。絶対に諦めてなんかやるもんか。悪魔。
I think the fact that, like, the evolution scene looks to be happening in this, like, throne room rather than, like, outside in the park, I think that's what's kind of making me think that this, like, it's going to be a very special kind of, like, route here. And, of course, it's the last one I'm doing, but hey, you know, at the same time, maybe, like, saving, like, a special one for last unintentionally is probably a good thing. A lot of my beef with that bird app stems from societal stuff. In my opinion, why it's not That's why I'm not exactly celebrating that site's downfall. It going away won't fix those issues, and at the end of the day, that means we've lost what was once a very good tool. I can agree with that, yeah.
彼女と僕とみんなと何より僕らの世界のために。アグモン、
悪魔の声も聞かせて、一緒に叫んで、もっと悪魔の声を。
わかった、アグモン。うおー！
来た。お腹の中から熱いものが。悪魔の熱い思いが全身に。すごい。今までにない大きな力が僕の中から溢れてくる。アグモンワープ進化。
Give me the boy. Yeah, there he is. Well, here's the thing, right, Lindea? This is where you would get War Greymon normally. The thing is, like, because of, like, what I chose for the true ending, I just got War Greymon then, you know? But because I went for War Greymon for the Moral Path, this is where you would see him normally. So even though I already had him, this is, like, I guess where you're meant to get him properly first. Oh no, here's the thing about Truthful. Truthful, it was the choice I made. Or I think rather, because remember during Truthful, I made a choice. I think you're locked to the Truthful no matter what. That choice there, I think, locks your evolution. So because I picked the moral choice during the route splits of Truthful, it actually didn't matter. It just I was basically just choosing my evolution, as it turns out, in hindsight, I realized. So that's why I had War Greymon. Otherwise, I'd be getting War Greymon from here. Also, hi Hibiki, hope you're doing good. Welcome to the stream, hope you're doing good. Doing some Digimon Survive. At the heads up, definitely spoilers, because we're in chapter 9 of the moral routes. I have already done Harmony, Truthful, and Wrathful in the past, but I'm doing Moral here now, as I've not done Moral yet. And as you can see, we just got War Greymon, the big buddy. No, I'll admit, I've been more of a Gabumon kind of guy. I mean, granted, that's just from me, like, watching the original series. I always really liked Gabumon. Like, let's say... Oh, I read that, okay. But yeah, like, I don't know. I still like War Greymon. I think he's pretty cool. I like his signature moves being pretty powerful. I remember him also having a drill move that was really fucking good in Cyber Sleuth. Mainly because it was a defense-piercing move, and defense-piercing moves are busted in Cyber Sleuth. I just started my second playthrough, so I don't know much anyway. Gotcha, that's fair. Out of curiosity, Hibiki, what was your first playthrough? Did you go for Wrathful? Did you go for Moral? Or Harmony? I guess basically, like during the route split for the big portal, did you basically pick the left option, the top option, or the right option, if you remember that? That would, like... Okay, it was Moral. Okay, so the route I'm doing now. Gotcha, okay. Yeah, it's a... Funny how Moral ends up being my last one, but honestly, I don't mind it being my last one. I'm already really liking the changes so far. Like, I was concerned because, like, my issue I had with, like, some of the other routes, without saying too much for your sake, some stuff kind of felt a little samey at times. But this is already feeling very different. Like, already at this point, which I actually really like. Alright, now we can all be evolved afterwards, I suppose. Should be a little careful, because, again, spoilers for, like, some other routes might show up here, especially with, like, the evolutions, because, just, like, give that heads up again. I have a lot of stuff unlocked from the other routes, so be very mindful of spoilers for, like, other routes, like, evolution stuff. Russian Wave. Thanks, friends. I'm also playing if you're curious. The Switch port. So I bought the Switch port actually. Back when the game first came out, I had like I missed one. Damn, that's like a 92. Damn. Doing Truth in my current playthrough? Nice. I think Truthful tends to be like the second playthrough for a lot of people, so that's a good choice to do. I mean, Truthful was like my second playthrough. It was also my friend Fury's playthrough, because my friend Fury, her first route was also Morals, it turns out, so I couldn't even I felt bad. I couldn't basically like watch the streams anymore after she got to the route split, because I realized, oh crap, she's doing a routes I haven't seen yet, so I don't want to watch it for spoilers. No. I'll give her a shout out here. She's a very wonderful person. She is a good friend, good bean. But yeah, Fury I know also did survive in the past, and I think she mentioned wanting to do more of the routes. I just don't know like when she's doing it. And granted, this has been like kind of like a almost year-long thing for me. When I say year, I just do that. When I say year-long, I should clarify. I started my first playthrough of Survive. So I did a playthrough on my own time, except I never finished it. I didn't even. I got to chapter 3 on my own time. Never finished it because of Xenoblade 3, because I was trying to get spoilers on Xenoblade 3. And I just never went back to Survive. I decided to stream Digimon Survive. Which I did that back in like under this thing here. A spreadsheet I have for this. I did that back in July of last year. Finished that like end of August 23. Yeah, so July 11th to August 25th, 2023. And then my New Game Plus playthrough I did Truthful. That was, I'm seeing here, November 6th to December 1st for like stream instances. Let's see. That's the point where you would save Mio, or Miyu rather. Truth in my first playthrough. I'd say that's not unfortunately, Nick. That actually is not the case. Sorry to say. Truthful is a New Game Plus only. But also hope you're doing good though, dude. I think these have been good. I assume you probably meant to say Moral was your first, or because my very first playthrough was Harmony. Then I did Truthful. Then I did Wrathful, and now I'm doing Moral. Oh, hello! A treasure on the side just almost missed. Oh, another ocean wave? Shit. I meant to say Harmony. Okay, gotcha. Let's say, wait. Again, I don't want to like say too much for the sake of like spoiling on the routes of just like what happened in, or like what you may remember from it. Because like, you know, I get people like will come to the streams like they've like maybe like in some cases someone might have only seen like the moral routes, and so that's why they want to like watch like somebody else do like the moral routes. Ooh, stun, nice. Good fight. I botched my Infinity so bad on my first playthrough. God, I definitely was there on my own time playthrough. I'll tell you that. My second, like when I actually did the stream playthrough, I had a lot of cases of I would say before a dialogue choice and like pick the one that sounded right, and most cases was right. Definitely had to reset a lot of times because I'm like, no, I want the affinity, damn it. I want like the benefits of it. Also, I also got Galestorm for that, I just realized. Huh. Because I don't Galestorm and Ocean Wave are like benefits from like the Digimon. Oh my god, that portrait. Oh, I've never seen that portrait before, damn. Oh no, chapter 10 with only 19 Kaito affinity? Oh no, that sucks, dude. Oh, it's such a bad Kaito at that point. Only route you've not seen has been Wrathful. Gotcha, okay. I actually really like Wrathful. Wrathful's ending I think is really solid. Probably my favorite ending of like all the routes I've done so far. And the route itself is really good, I'd say. I don't think I don't think any of the routes in this game are truly bad, honestly. I like all the routes for different reasons.
おいおいやべえぞ完全に暴走してやがる
He's on a rampage.
タクマ、もう話し合いなんて無理だ。仕方ないけど。
I'll say this though, I really don't. So for Digimon Survive, right? If you have the means, of course, and like the Switch version is your only means of playing the game, that's completely valid. But I would say like if you had like any other option, like PC or like PS4 or something like that, I would definitely recommend it on those systems. The Switch version, unfortunately, feels very underpowered at times. Like there's times where like going into menus kind of like lags the game a little bit. The game runs at 30, but I swear at times where it like even dips below 30. This device is also good for Sonic Superstars. I'm not like the biggest like snob when it comes to like performance in games, but I can also tell a very clear difference when a game doesn't run amazing versus like runs a lot better, you know?
待ってよ、そんなことしたら僕たちは帰れなくなるんだよ。ここで見逃したら後でどうなるか分かったもんじゃねえ。
That's a fun one. I think we should run. Do we have to fight? Still want to save her.
それでも僕はみゆきを助けたい。
Thanks, Saribot. Appreciate that. That's the thing. I kind of agree with that as well. Like, as long as it's stable, I would agree with that. And, like, this is still stable. Like, it's not crash. I've never had a crash, like, ever. So, it's fine.
無茶言うなよ。もうそんなこと言ってられる状況じゃねえよ。
And it's not like it's, like, playable either. So, yeah, it still works. And that's all I care about.
タクマ、これ以上はやばいよ。私たちもやられちゃう。
Hell, if I didn't like this game or, like, anything like that, I wouldn't have put a good... There we are, 180 hours into it, yeah. Also, I'm doing DKC Tropical Freeze on, like, other stream days. DK's been fun, by the way. Looking forward to doing more of that next week.
教授まで何言ってんの？
先ほど一瞬だが彼女は正気を取り戻した。きっと私たちの声は届くはずだ。私はこれ以上誰かがかけるのを見たくないのだ。
Yeah, so we've already lost a couple guys so far. The ones who are basically required to die each time, sadly.
だからお願いだ。時間を。
少しだけだぞ。ダメそうならとどめを刺すからな。
あーちくしょうしょうがねえな
ありがとう本当に行くぞタクマくん
She's hissing at me.
みゆきくんわかるだろう君のことを思ってくれる人がここにいる弟のハルくんのためにも負けないでくれ君たちも一緒に帰るんだ
みゆきなら大丈夫だよ。きっと勝てる。一緒に帰れる。だから負けないで打ち勝つんだ主に。
タクマくんもう少しだみゆきくんは正気を取り戻そうとしている
みゆき
タクマ。
So since you got the truthful ending already, you just ignore Rio to not go down the truthful route? Yes. Yeah, so basically the way it works, completely ignore Rio. I'll actually show this here. So I just ignored Rio entirely. That's what, like, lets me go back to, like, the normal routes. Rio, basically, I think the idea to get onto Truthful is you have to basically talk to him, like, almost every time you can, and, like, get his affinity, I think, up to a certain point. I don't know the exact amount, but it's basically just talk to him, like, as often as you can. Like, basically get his affinity up as often as you can. And I think that's what should lock you in. So basically, I think the best way I could put it is, like, just basically try and make sure you're always getting his affinity up every time you talk to him, no matter what. And that should lock you into Truthful. And so, sorry, he's at 45. If he's at 45 and you're in Truthful, you should probably be good. I mean, you said you're looking for Miyu currently, so yeah. Should I say the exact number? That's on a Hibiki if they're cool, like knowing the exact number. Because I actually don't know that off the top of my head. You saved him? Okay, yeah, I go for it, Lindea. I'm curious the exact number. Miyuki, I swear we'll save you. You at 70? No, there's no possible way to get to 70 before that point. Like there's no possible way to do so. Like to save him. Yeah, 70 is for the megas, yeah. It's like what, 30 for like champion, 50 for ultimate, 70 for mega? Or I'm sorry, no. Champions are story based. Ultimates I think are like 45 or 50. Or was that ultimates at 30? Maybe it was ultimates are at 30. That might actually be it. And then megas are at 70. That's probably what it was. Dude, that's such a good face. I hate it, but I love it. I hate it, but I love it. I just feel so bad for her. Oh, hello there. I know, I just feel so bad for Miyuki, man. Every route this girl suffers. It sucks. Yuki, 嘘だろ。
いかん!
Oh shit! Oh no! Oh, that is... Oh no, I was not expecting that.
Digimon!
Grandpa, no.
Miyuki, やめてくれ! これ以上誰かを傷つけるのは! タクマ、やばいって! Miyuki はもうダメだ!
Damn, oh, dude, I had no idea that was gonna happen. That's nuts. Oh my god.
ここもやばいぜ! いつ崩れてもおかしくない! 待ってよ! ジジモンが!
Like, I figured we were in the clear, you know? Like, it's like, oh, you know, like, no one's died, thankfully. We're probably fine without, like, spoiling other routes. You know, no one's died or anything. We're probably good. Meanwhile, Digimon, hey, what if I did the sick gamer sacrifice play? It's like, ah, oh, fuck, no.
Digimon!
Also, hi, Dark. Hope you're doing good, dude.
ダメだ。とても近づけない。タクマ、俺たちだけでも逃げないと。でも、
ユキ、いいから逃げろ。
Oh, I just realized earlier when he like held our hand and told us to save this world. It was a death flag, but it was also his resolve, showing that he was ready to die to help save this world. And oh, I see now. Oh, I didn't even pick up on that. Oh, I didn't even pick up on that until it happened just now. Oh man.
Digimon!
皆をこの世界を頼むぞ。
ダメだ、ジジモン。一緒に。
ダメだって。タクマま
Doing alright, there was a tornado warning earlier today, but aside from some rain and heavy winds, everyone here is just fine. That's good to hear. Dude, tornado warnings suck. I had one of those recently. I'm like, please no. And then it turned out it was actually one of our worst fucking storms we've had in this area in a very long time. Which was actually kind of wild.
話してくれ助けなきゃせめてジジモンだけでもそのままタクマを引っ張ってこいミュウの開けた穴から逃げるんだよ僕は
I'm about to leave the narrative. Please hang on to my plot device. Almost everyone.
ああ
うん
くそ
玉座の間はもうダメね。穴も塞がってしまったみたい。たくまくん、行きましょう。
でも僕は
ジジモンさんが亡くなってしまったことは悲しいわ。けれど顔を上げて進むの。進まないといけないの。私たちにはそれしかできないわ。
僕は助けられなくて
たくまくん、ここで落ち込んでいるだけでいいの？私たちには、あなたにはやるべきことがあるでしょ？
そうだ託されたんだ僕はジジモンに託された
Gotta carry on his dying wish.
ジジモンの願いを叶えるってそしてみゆきも救うんだって
ならそれを絶対に無駄にできない。だから立って行きましょう。
うん
Dry your tears, Takuma. We got a world to save.
たくま、その元気？
Saki.
あさき
Saki probably still is my favorite character in this game, I'd say. Like, I really like her a lot.
嘘ばっかり。さすがに今のたくまが元気じゃないってことくらい私にもわかるよ。
I know like some of my favorites are like Saki a lot. Kaito I actually really like a lot too. Like Saki, Kaito. Who else I really like a lot from this cast? I would put like right below those two. Maybe Aoi? Aoi or Ryo? Oh wait, yeah, Ryo's really good actually. Yeah, no, I think I actually would say like Ryo would be second above Kaito. Yeah, I think I actually would say like when you actually get to like really know Ryo, he's definitely up there. Maybe I'd still say Saki, then Ryo, then Kaito, then Aoi, then Minoru. Actually, no. I think I might actually say Aoi, Miyu, Minoru. But I don't hate anybody from this cast, honestly. Hell, not even Shuji. Shuji's kind of a fucking asshole, but at least he gets better.
ジジモンはさ、太 多分良かったって思ってるよ。最後に未来をタクマに託すことができたんだから。それができないよりはさ、安心できたんだと思うよ。
そうだね。
Kaito, Saki, and Rio, they're like my top 3. All good choices, honestly.
ありがとう、サキ。
And like honestly, there's no bad choice in this game for a favorite character, I'd say, of like the main cast. Saki's trying to encourage me. Better get my act together and fast. I think at worst, like, and this isn't even his fault, but I might actually say Takuma might be the weakest. But again, this isn't his fault. It's more so like, it's how you kind of have to shape Takuma, right? Because Takuma has like 3 personalities. He has like, there's like Wrathful Takuma, Moral Takuma, and Harmony Takuma. Because they all have like different like, kind of like spoken lines, right? So it's kind of like, which of those 3 Takumas do you prefer yourself, you know? It's obviously it's like your morality system. And chapter 10. Ah, this bit again, okay. Ols. Shia LaBeouf. I have read your movie and watched your book. Just pretend I did that backwards.
この世はもう限りあり。我が大願のためには今だ足らぬ。
It's like he's so level-headed, she really doesn't feel like she's only a year older than Miyu. I know, right? The thing is, as well as, like, Saki, her design, it's like, she's very mature for her age, because you gotta remember as well with Saki, she's only 12 years old, but she feels so mature, honestly. Like, she's very, like I said, very level-headed, very, like, mature about things, but also very kind. And, like, her kindness is, like, definitely, like, a welcome factor about her. I mean, while you have, like, Miyu, like, the little gremlin, only 11 years old. Miyu, I think, is the youngest of the cast, actually, at 11. So Shuji's 16, and Aoi is 15, the 2 oldest ones. Takuma's 14, so maybe just Kaito. Nora 14, Ryo 15. And I think it's... Professor's age is never actually... I don't think his age is ever said, but I think it's implied he's in, like, his 60s, I think. Based off, like, context clues. You at least started with Shuji because even if he is troubled, has crippling self-esteem issues that conflict with his need to be the mature one in the group, he's just way too mean to Lopmon. For real, it's like... He's like the dude who, like, kicks puppies, right? Like, that's what he fucking is, right? And it's like, no, fucking, why are you doing that? Like, what the hell's wrong with you? I don't care about your issues, you don't, like, kick the animal. That's basically what Shuji is. That's why he's kind of the least favorite for a lot of people, and I don't blame them. Even with, like, without saying too much, obviously, for, like, truthful stuff, even with, like, Shuji's, like, better stuff in Truthful, I still don't think it really, like, takes away his issues prior to his change, you know?
じゃあ、もし生贄をもっと捧げたら返してくれる?
I still think he has good stuff to him, like, genuinely. Like, when he does, like, become a better person, he does genuinely have good, like, character moments. It's just, it's really hard to get past his initial bits of just abusing his partner because of his own issues.
悪い選択肢じゃないと思うけど、アルケニモンやピエモンはお前にとって期待外れだったかもしれないが、私ならもっとたくさんの人間をお前に捧げることができる。
I can bring you humans on a silver platter. That phrase just then, on a silver platter, I don't think I've ever been certain... Wait, actually, hang on a second. I was going to say just now, I don't think I've ever been served food on a silver platter, but I don't think that's true because most restaurants will serve you, if it's like for like a big table, they'll serve you food on like on a silver platter to like carry all the stuff. So no, I've totally been served food on a silver platter, but I've never been served food where they bring out like the big silver platter and then they like lift it up with like the little like, I guess like cone or whatever it is. I've never had that. I've never been to a place that does that. He's well written, a compelling character arc, and is still the worst of the humans, including the professor. Yeah. Professor's at least 60 years old, 50 years past, he looks like he's at least 10 years old. Yes, he's gotta be in his 60s somewhere.
私はあいつらとは違うんだ。すがりついてご機嫌を伺うだけじゃない。私には私の強い意志があるんだ。もっと生贄を用意してくる。そうすればこの世界も救われるんだろう。だからさっきも言った通り、生贄を捧げる代わりにみゆきを返してくれ。
我が大願を成就した暁にはこのよりしろ返してやろう。
約束だよ。
I was always at her side. At Miyuki's side. That she reacted to that person was a mere coincidence. I'll get her back. That's right. I'm the one who will make you happy, Miyuki. The only one. Hang in there just a little longer. I'm going to save you. I promise.
Ah, まだ眠い。アグモン、おはよう。どうしたんだよ、朝から大声出して。
タグマ、助けて。僕だけじゃダメだ。
It's okay, Agumon, I'm sure you got this.
いい子でちゅね。今ご飯あげまちから。
This is the same energy as your cat screaming to wake you up. Mm-hmm. At least we have Aoi, the team mom here.
ほら、泣かないで。いないいない。ばー。
How are my cats? They're doing good.
ほら、泣くなって。せっかくミュウが相手してるのに。
I'd say they're both little yappy babies, I'd say. But I appreciate my cats, obviously.
カイト、大きな声出さないで。別の子まで泣き出すでしょ。ほらほら、みんな怖くないよ。
こいつ漏らしてやがる。誰か小物。
This one peed on me.
なんだこの状況。
タクマ、起きるのが遅えよ。こっちは大変だったんだぞ。
The cat's gonna be an attention junkie? Nice.
悪いけど。
Knowing my cats are probably just chilling on like the couch or something. We actually have to get like towels to put like in the spots they like to lay in. Like one cat likes to lay on top of like the cushion, like on the top part of the couch. So we put a towel for her so that she could like just lay there, and she likes it there. What were their names again? One's Kira, the other one is Missy. Those are both the cats. But yeah, one of them likes to, it's like next to like a window basically, so I think that's why she likes to be there. But they kind of like both go there sometimes. That's why I say like one of them, but it's really both of them like to kind of do it sometimes. Headbutting your face, butting your phone excess, butting your phone because I'm not giving him full attention. Yeah, that sounds like a cat being a little butt sometimes.
決まってんだろ。遊園地のチビ
It's
ども
like,
だよ。
wah, pay attention to
お世話をしない
me,
わけにはいかないだろう。分かったらさっさと手伝え。ほら、お前の受け持ちはこの子とこの子とこの子だ。
すごいな。まさかこんな世界で子守りをするなんて。
笑ってる場合じゃねえっつうの。お前は笑ってくれ。
すぐ手伝うよ。
I know it's a lot for us to have to deal with, and I probably shouldn't be laughing. Still, this is kind of fun. Feels like I haven't had a real belly laugh like this in a while now.
よかった。
Baby Gramps.
食事をさせたら落ち着いてきたな。しかしジジモン、こんなたくさんのチビをよく面倒見てられたな。
そうだよね。ジジモンが死ななければこの子たちだって。ジジモン、うちたちのせいで死んだんだよね。
ああ、いや、ごめん。俺余計なこと言った。
みんなちょっといい？子供たちのお世話をしながら聞いてちょうだい。手の空いた時にでいいから、これからどうするか先のことを一緒に考えてほしいの。
Our next steps.
この世界から脱出するためにはみゆきちゃんが必要で、彼女の心を取り戻す必要がある。そうしないとこの世界も元の世界も。でももうこれ以上の犠牲を出すわけにはいかないの。
Digimon said it himself. We have no choice but to call out to Miyuki as much as we can. Knocking on the door to her heart. Thank you for the follow. So I gotta head to bed, take a follow. Oh, I appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much. I say, go get some good rest, dude. I actually keep the followers around here anonymous, if in case anybody doesn't want to be like called out for followers. Because I know some people don't want to be called out for that. But yeah, no, get some good rest, dude. Thank you again for being here. Really appreciate it. How exactly are we supposed to do that? If we were alive, I bet Digimon would have thought it through with us.
私一人じゃ考える力がきっと足りない。慌てなくていいからみんなでよく考えましょう。とにかく今は備える時なのよ。目の前のことを片付けながら未来に備えるの。
Prepare, huh? Free action. Alright, well... How many things do we got? 8 moves? Okay. We'll do those next time. I think it's probably a good stopping point for the moment, so yeah. Guys, thank you so much for being around tonight. I really appreciate it. I had a good time getting to do Chapter 9 there. I had my fun, I'd say. A lot of new cutscenes, I'll say. Digimon was a big surprise, I'm not gonna lie. But I guess somebody had to die here, huh? As much as it sucks, I wasn't expecting it, but it's like, damn. Schedule for the week, though. Tomorrow, I'll be gonna be over at Mayo stream, playing Blood of the Clock Tower, at twitch.tv / Mayo_hello. Where I'll be doing Blood of the Clock Tower, like I just mentioned. Saturday, I'll be hosting the casual Proton Smash Pit tournament here. There'll be a sword play theme, basically sword characters only, and stages related to those characters. I still need to make that rule set, actually. But I'll be setting that up soon enough. And yeah, I'll be doing that here. Otherwise, after stream stuff is as follows. The Discord, if you oh my god, my tongue is so tired right now. If you like what you saw here today, or enjoyed your time here, consider dropping a follow and or join the Discord so you can get stream updates and all that. Same with the socials as well. You can get stream updates on that, as well as my Twitter, my Blue Sky on that. You'll see like maybe some like food photos of like some pets or like some food or like VGM stuff over my Blue Sky, which I tend to make daily posts about that. Also, if you want to help support the stream in another way, the Throne account is the way to do so. It is never required, of course, but if it does help out and like, you know, does go a long way. And that's pretty much it, yeah. So let's go for a raid target in the meantime. Guess having raid messages in mind when I go look for somebody. Let's see, who going currently? Could do got a couple options. Thanks for stream. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think I see who I want to rate. I know I rated him last time, but fuck it, I don't care. He's doing a charity thing, so it's fine. What? What's a good message from tonight? Let me think here. So I need to write down messages when I think about them, honestly. I need to be better about that. I have an idea. We're such good boys. Not a bad call, because moral. Now see, here's what I'm thinking, right? I was thinking about, well, I think we use like the uwu emote, and we're going to do hashtag let's not split up gang. Since things got a bit different this time, we didn't actually like split up our characters. So I think that kind of helped like our guys maybe like, you know, not get to a really bad spots. Just at the loss of, you know, Ben Shimada's character of Digimon. Quite tragic, really. As for who we're going to go raid, though, I'm going to double check to make sure he's still going. I probably should be. Looks like it so far. Yeah, okay. So, Zachman103, currently doing Pokemon Legends Arceus, I'm seeing here, actually. He's doing a charity marathon, raising money for, I believe it was St. Jude. Yeah, he's raising money for St. Jude currently. So yeah, we'll go give him a raid and go like support that. Again though, guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. I really do appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself. And probably go and go chill out for a bit. I need to go actually help out somebody with some Archipelago stuff as well. But yeah, thank you for being here. And more Survive next week, as well as more DKC Tropical Freeze next week. I'll get my schedule figured out, and, you know, I'll post it on Sunday, as per usual. Regardless, thank you for being here, and I'll catch you later. Y'all have yourselves a good night. Bye.